Hello, Emma. Seems we are short on commentators tonight, but shouldn't be an issue. Good night to everyone. Welcome to another day of the World Championships. And tonight, the challenges will begin for real as classics are on the menu. We will have three different types of races, and it will be some interesting, fun, but also hard parkours for all of those that want to book a place in the next round. As we are right now, the top three of each group will advance automatically, and if I recall correctly, 12 of the best, uh, 12 of the best fourth places. So uh, there's still some margin for error, but not a big one. We have some interesting groups tonight. As I look at my notes to tell you guys. In classics today, we have and these are the groups we will be following today, either by updates given here during the broadcast, and if possible, we might as well visit some if we can. So, Group A, we have Davi, Daniel Miko, NVDB, Portuguese Rei PCM, Yugol CL, John Vino, Novanel Cuore, Charlie Baby, Lorenzo 1980, and Boris. Group B, we have Pichi. Let's see if he manages to avoid the upset that he suffered in inline and bounce back strong. Jakub, that did a very good display in inline. Burgerstein, El Colombiano, Dida More, Hugo Cycling, Pierre, Marcel G, Ran 95, and Goga 2159. Group C has the reigning number one ranked of the world, Leo Falandri, Slomi, NCL Dembere, Guilherme, Jasper, Batistine G, Lenak, the very much beloved Finn from Norway, and Eddie Garcia. Group D, we have Gabi, Steinla, Raul, Palby, Block Palby Kids, Leonard, Blackwar, Tetrix Net, Agapik, La Puglia, and Jeffe from the Netherlands, I think. Group E, everyone's favorite streamer Tim Zosky from the UK, Jazz, French Yanu, Red Sport Fan, Eddie Wally, iFlash, Frico, Paul the Octopus, and Albert. I hope I spelled that well. Group F has one of the main favorites, which he has been for quite a while, but continues to be missing that major win that he actually needs, Joe Whiteley. Then joining him will be the Tank, Hazing, Nick Rayer, Everett, I Love Genie, big man Giordano, or at least he was very big in the inline round one. Giuseppe, Van Skurgen, and Dissection. Group G, with everyone's favorite double account guy, Aquarius, also known as Aquarius Streams for streaming purposes. Actually a very good guy. Failed Pixel, Holy Cools, Tiho, Bellsmart, Kingmaker, QST Forever, Sergio SF, and David Ramon. Group H has Dennis, one of the world's best players, undoubtedly. Portuguese EDK, Benyong, Groot, Bert, Polo Cycling, Sensation Max Born, Enreda, Amigo Man G, and everyone's favorite Grandpa. Group I has a very strong Matteo Alvisi, Mendes, Gilberto, Fefe, Reverse Rudy, Fromage, the Polak, newcomer Morty, that will probably be joining us tomorrow, I think, for the center court commentaries, and Tomasz. So these are the groups for the day. And as you can see already on your screen, these are the stages for the day. We have the traditional Cobbles Classic, obviously. This one should make things interesting. Then we do a little strolling around in the hills, and we end with the always famous Il Lombardia. Let's see. Uh, at at this point in the last stage, if everyone is still fighting very tight for a qualification spot, Il Lombardia might become a very beautiful, very dramatic, and interesting race. So we'll see. Center court for this evening will be Group C, the group of world number one Leo Falandri. We will also try to keep an eye on Group F and, if possible, obviously a few others too. But main broadcast will obviously be Group C. So I hope everyone sticks around with us, as we will be starting in around 15 minutes. As we expect for our lobbies to open, uh, and I take care of some work business with my director. I am also seeing who will join me tonight, as there were some uh, unfortunate no show ups from some of our commentators, but real life obviously always comes first. And as soon as I have that info, I will provide it to you guys. Also, if you want to ask questions, make your predictions, say who is your favorite player, don't forget to interact with us via the chat of the stream. Uh, Obviously, at some point, we will be busy watching all the action, but we will always try to find some time to answer when possible. I want to thank all of you that have been watching in these past few days. It's been very fun, a very exciting work to do actually. It's also very rewarding, and obviously we couldn't do this without you, so thank you to all. Now, as I said, our lobby should be up very soon. Meanwhile, we will take a look. I will take a look at the situation uh, in all the lobbies I can, as I hope to give you some information on the exact start time as soon as possible. Right now, lobbies seem to be forming. And we are also waiting on our external streamer in Group C that will, as soon as possible, provide images for the actual races there. Now, as I said earlier, today I was meant to be here accompanied by Tuan, Prabo, and Ruben. However, um, I watched the graphics made by our director. Tuan, two finals in PCM Ita Cup, but he doesn't know how, indeed. Bravo, and the three World Championship finals with zero medals. Ruben, the shortest that you can meet. Sounds pretty accurate. Um, We just exchange some information with the director.
Why do we not have Maya streaming the game? Is he yet
We
to
have
join?
Emir. Welcome, Tuan. I thought you were not coming, but thankfully we will have Tuan after all. But Frabo and Ruben, unfortunately, I don't think they will make it. Good night, Tuan. In your introduction, it was said that you reached two finals in PCM ETA Cup, but you don't know how. Would you confirm this?
What?
In your introduction, someone said that you reached two finals in PCM ETA Cup, but you don't know how. Do you confirm this?
No.
So you do know how you got there.
Yes, I qualified. Well, I qualified for the inline
And
semi-final,
very
for the
good,
inline
actually.
final, and for Tour I got called up as a reserve, which
Oh, okay.
I was robbed anyway. But okay.
How so? Was it the one where you attacked with
No,
Antoine Roux
no,
and Freedom
no.
and no?
Oh yeah, I mean that was in the final, but in the semi-final I had equal points to Ivar, but I didn't know I was that close to qualification, so otherwise I would have tried a little harder on
So,
that final stage to get some mountain points probably.
okay, guess that in fact you still don't quite know yet how you got there, but I anticipate many successes for you on the road.
Uh,
Meanwhile, today we're going to be following, as I said to our viewers earlier, we are going to be following Group C. And within that, we have a very interesting group. We have world's number one Leo Falandri, Slamy, Dan Barry, Guilherme, Jasper, Batistine G, Lenak, Finn, everyone's favorite Norwegian, and Eddie Garcia. Some of these guys are not well known, but most of them we've been there, we've played with them, we know them. Uh, what would you say about this group if you wanted to do predictions as we speak?
I think there's a lot of people who think a lot of themselves, especially in the classics discipline. Um, So it will be interesting. Some people will definitely be disappointed if they don't make it to the final, to the next round at least.
Would you say that Guilherme is one of the guys that needs to prove himself today after failing in on inline?
Yeah, I think he definitely is one of the guys that would be hoping to get through in this group. And I think we have a few more of those. I expect that Leo will be having quite an easy qualification, although there is a bit of trickiness in the parcours with two downhill sprints. So he'll really need to make the difference, I think, before we get into the sprints. Otherwise, you don't really know what is going to happen. And then I think for second and third place, it will become a really interesting battle.
If you had to just do a random prediction right now, looking at these names, I would go as passing. I would say Leo, Slomy, and then Barry. What would you say?
I think Leo, Guillermo, and Finn get some of that host
Oh,
advantage in there as well.
I forgot Finn because he's quite down on the list when I look
Yes.
at the group. So yeah, I would actually go with Leo, Slomy, and Finn. Everyone's favorite Norwegian. Even though yes, Finn, I know you are German.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were, let me see. Okay, um, we're gonna move now to one of the groups that is already starting. Uh, which is I'll give you this info as soon as I can, which is Group E. Our director will take us there. It is the group that has, there we go, Tim Zosky, the British, very nice streamer, very nice guy, and a very good pro cycling manager player. So, Tuan, We are currently watching Group E. The composition, I'm going to give it to you very quickly. Group E has Tim Zosky, Jais, Yanu, Red Sport Fan, Eddie Wally, iFlash, Frico, Polyoctopus, and Albaref DZ. Uh, do you think that Tim Zosky has an open road here to pass, or do you think
Hi,
that
guys.
Hello,
aside
Flavo.
Jais and Yanu, can guys like Red Sport Fan, for example, have a shot here?
I think that classics you need a really high level to have a open path to victory. I don't think Tim Soski has this like elite level that he would need. This is no offense, of course, to him, but like it is sometimes a bit of a luck event, right? Getting the right person like to the final group. Like sometimes you can even outsprint people who got the better rider in the final group, and then they just mess up the sprint, and that is all she wrote for that specific classic.
I'm
Of
sorry.
course, that will be.
Did you say Tim Zosky doesn't have this level for classics? A medalist from last
I
year.
think he is very good. Don't get me wrong, but
You
I
do
don't
know that
think,
he won a medal last year, right?
Yeah, I don't think many people are a shoe in for the next round. That's my point. Because
Okay.
it's classics.
I'm going to interrupt you there, and we will welcome Fravo in just a few seconds.
Okay,
But
I want
first,
to say
we
a
are going.
thing. I think this means
Fravo. Okay, I'm going to mute you. Thank you. 1 second, Fravo. We will get back to you. We are starting Group F. So, guys, keep your eyes on your screens because we will be calling this from now on, and we will join others if needed. Now, Fravo. First of all, good night.
Oh, good night. Okay.
Fravo.
Okay. I want to say a thing. I think this means if you
good night.
Yes. Good night.
Welcome, and thanks for once again arriving late. But you were saying you wanted to say something?
Okay, I think this means if you do with AI against AI, or you do against real players, I think more or less the experiments are more or less the same, because everyone knows you have to start this launching at 2K to go, and maybe starting the sprint at 1K2. If you do against AI or against real players, it's more or less the same. I mean this. So maybe in classics that are used to finish in a sprint, Team Sosking that is used to play only against the computer. He could do good. I think this is the word. This is the why he. This is why he arrived in final and did and beated me, of course, and then also beated me in last year final.
Just like so many other people. But do you think that Tuan even said that he didn't think it was going to be easy for Temzovsky, which is obviously a very valid point, as we've seen some huge surprises since the World Championship started. Do you think that Temzovsky would have or will have a hard life in his group?
Hard life, I think yes. I don't know.
We move to Group C, the one that we are watching right now, as Guilherme has 3 men, I think, along with Finn in the break. Leo Falandri is arriving with his 3, and Slomy with his 3 as well. So there's over 140 kilometers to go, but the break seems to be going. 52 seconds. Fravo, who would you place in this break from the current DB?
The break, I would put in the break the 70 couple and the 72 and the 73 couple. The 71 and the 73 couple.
Some cobble sections are very narrow, so it's important to be well positioned to avoid falls or breaks in the peloton.
If it is a possibility and if people are allowing it, as these are 3-star cobbles, you should be able to get him to the finish line anyway, but if you can get him free time, that's perfect.
Would you say that there's a risk though, in case he spends too much energy trying to reach a certain break, for example?
Yeah, of course, there's always risks to it, but I think you don't necessarily have to put them in. So I think you just wait a little bit. Like the 77 sprinter can make up quite a gap just by attacking.
That's true. Hello, Brute and Etnacelia, welcome to the stream. Finn is playing with a bunch of noobs. Bigger of them all is Leo Philandry. Finn goes to Etnacelia. Well, everyone likes him, that's for sure. Even here, but we are very neutral. We are unbiased. Hello, Finn. So, as we approach the first, let's call it hill, although it also has cobbles in there, it will be interesting to see if someone else attempts to go again. Right now, mainly everyone is back in the peloton. It has been talked quite a few times that there's a random element on about racing classics, because sometimes a less experienced player can win. Would you guys agree with that? And if so, what do you think is the reason?
Of course, because in classics we tend to avoid the really mountainous parcourses. So energy management isn't always as important, which means that it just comes down to a sprint, and sometimes the better players have the better sprinters in there, but that's not always the case. And even if you have the better sprinter, it's not guaranteed that you're going to beat someone that's like 2 stats lower than you.
Actually, since we're talking about sprints, and since this is where they will be vital, I remember that some of us were having a discussion on, I think it was the World Cup Discord, and there were a few people, as always, some saying that sprint requires skill, others saying that it is random, others trying to say something in between. What would you guys say is your opinion about the level of skill necessary to be a great sprinter, a consistent sprinter?
Radio Tour has announced a
No,
flat
I
tire
think
for
the
a
skill
rider.
is in positioning, and then it's like a slight bit in timing. If you can get that down consistently, you should be able to form better and better and more consistently. But there is always an element of luck. Some person may just decide to 99 it like 2 seconds before you do, and they completely block your train by accident, and it can all be over just like that.
I don't know what happened with Leo here, but I see.
I think it was a flat.
Oh, puncture. I see he has his leader behind. Let's see if he can quickly rejoin so that no big energy damage is made. But he's gonna go quickly. There he is.
He punctured.
Yeah, that's unfortunately one of the things that we hope Cyanide has in account in future versions of the game, the ability to turn off punctures, especially for multi, but not limited to that, would be awesome, because in tournaments like this, we are trying to find the best player. We give them the same stats, the same conditions, and when flats happen, obviously that might change if it is in a very advanced part of the race.
Which are the 3 men of the lineup? The 76, see? And then who? Okay, the 73. Okay, good attack, but I don't know if they let him go. Leo
Broke from the pack like a greyhound.
putting the three Wolves riders. 3 Wolves riders, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised to see someone like Leo trying to get the 82 to the finish line here.
The riders have to have their wits about them on this dangerous section. You never know what's going to happen on
I
top
think
of
also trying to bring
the
the
front.
77 to the end, 77 sprint to the end would be up.
That's another
And
rider with a
also
flat
that's-
tire. The road is
I mean, it's
really
just 3
treacherous.
stars.
Oh, poor Leo.
It is 3 stars, but there's a lot of cobble sections. Wouldn't you say that if someone tries to pull purposely within so many of those cobbles, wouldn't it be easier to drop sprinters?
I think it is. People can make it hard enough to the point where you don't want to fully burn up your 81 cobble to work for other people, because it might just come down to a group of 6. But at the same time, I definitely think people are able to pull over some of the better sprints that the riders.
So right now everything is still quite calm. Were you guys expecting a more intense race, a breakaway from at this point? Strategies are already taking place while thinking in the long-term game.
I think there isn't too much like flat parts left, and everyone is kind of experienced that everything is going to come back. So I think everyone's now just down to going to manage their energy, especially with this super long sector coming up as well. I don't think people want to take too many risks.
As we are about to reach yet another cobble section, this one will start in around 4 kilometers, less than 4.4 kilometers. Let's see if someone will try to be the first guy to attack. And here we go, Leo Falandri and Jasper. I see a 71 cobble guy for Leo and maybe a 73, I think it was. No, a 70 and a 71. No, 73, 71 for Leo, 70 and someone else for Jasper, I think. And here goes as well Finn.
Yeah, it made no sense that he was going alone. So here comes the rest of his trainers. They were probably blocked behind wall shite on the view for him. A very small body for wall shite, to be honest.
Would you say that this attack is one of those that we so often do to try and leave these guys in front so that maybe they can still be of help later?
Yeah, I think so. This shouldn't be a winning attack. I think it's just to put some pressure on other people, and I don't know if it's paying off. Leo Falandri getting some nice boost off of Jasper.
Yes.
We'll be happy with that.
Bravo. You've seen the race so far. What do you think? Yes, Bravo there?
I've seen the race so far, so I think Gilbert is
another flat tire.
Gilbert is okay. I thought Gilbert was the cover guy.
We have a leader down for Baptiste G. I don't know. I was looking at the other screen. It might have been a puncture as well, I assume.
For me, so do you think how many 77 will arrive in the first group?
I think it's definitely going to depend on how hard the race is going to be taken to. Tuan, you were saying something? Sorry, brother. Tuan?
Yeah, I thought Slummy puncture, and I assume Baptism must have had as well, to bind with 3 riders.
Been going on.
I think that given that there are quite a few unexperienced players here, and that there's going to be a lot of unnecessary pacing, I don't know if we're going to see that many 77 guys arriving in pristine condition to actually sprint. That's obviously something that could happen.
We won't see too many more breaks again. From now on out, the cobble sectors follow up each other so quickly that people will be too busy recovering energy and being scared of the next one, basically. So I think this is the last breakaway we will see here, and as it gets reeled in, we'll probably be waiting for 81s to attack on the final lap.
Who's spacing in the peloton as well as what I'd like to see?
Last time we saw them better.
Interesting.
What you say? You said an important thing with these noobs. These noobs, you can call some of them noobs. Okay.
Yes, it's an acceptable term. It's nothing wrong.
There is a lot of unnecessary pacing.
Yes.
So,
well, I mean, you say unnecessary pacing, and they just completely stopped when the MS 81 was behind.
We had a puncture for the Barry.
But you pretty much got a free ride back in, so it's fine.
Yes, but no one mentioned it.
Are we going to comment also other groups or not?
No, right now we are going to follow this, and if time rises, we might visit one of the others.
so.
Okay, so Leo has stream 4, pretty much almost his entire team in the front right now. Good positioning. Cobbles will start just about now.
Bikes are severely put to the test on cobbled sections, so special frames were developed. They offer more flexibility and are better at absorbing vibrations. This takes a lot of strain off the rider's forearms.
Really nothing much going on at the moment in this.
Yeah, it's been a slow start so far. Like Tuan said at some point, now that the cobble sections are coming quicker and quicker, people will likely be more worried about saving energy, managing it, trying not to die, trying to not lose men. We start to see some people fall behind, at least 3 guys. I'm assuming some helpers have come to the end of their day. Yeah. We saw Leo taking the front of the peloton there in the cobbles. Perhaps a little more in front than he needed. Was he pacing, testing the waters, or just a matter of being in a good position?
Sorry?
I was saying that in the last cobble section, Leo, which was already in front, stayed there with a pace that seemed a bit harder than unnecessary. Was it just a matter of good positioning, or was he already testing the waters, trying to hard the pace a little bit and see if someone would fall?
Yeah, maybe just trying to bait other people into making the pace. Of course, for Leo, it wouldn't be bad to have a higher pace because he'll probably be able to get his better sprinters over there, while some of the other people might not be as skilled and thus have to drop him.
Who are the 3 men dropped?
We're into the last third of...
Sorry, what's Robert in here?
Who are the 3 men
The
dropped?
riding on cobble sections
we
is
are
a
about to
real
see
challenge.
A1.
The racers have to have the talent of a tightrope walker, as the grip of the tires can't be counted on.
Interesting watching
Yeah.
rider people drop.
Yeah, but he's not a leader in this TV.
But he is the...
Yet another flat tire.
Yes.
It seems to be catching.
He's the
I'm-
third strongest rider. The third strongest rider of the
1 minute and 14, difference falling for A1, but I don't think that
And
they
he
will
sprints
make
away
it.
in
Even if they
attack.
did, they wouldn't have much energy to stay for long. Another 3 cobbles, 3-star cobble section. And Slobby. Slobby takes it. Slobby goes with the 81 guy.
Not surprising.
What is he doing here? I mean,
This is
I know-
really early to make such a move.
I know there's only 50 kilometers to go, but I think it's still early as well. Quite early.
I think
There's too much flat in
he should
between.
attack with 2 men. 3 men, not 2. That was the best move, I think.
Yeah, but even if you attack, you're pacing against the whole peloton.
Another flat tire.
And Dembele seems to be taking up the role of Miko this race so far.
Yeah, I don't know what that is about. It's a very typical lobby. Still trying to understand what some guys are trying with their choices. But Slavia continues to push forward. Only 19 seconds. The break seems doomed as NVDB and I think it's Finn are about to catch him. Yeah.
There's
Let's
another
work
rider
back
with a
again.
puncture. The sides of
It
the
was
roller,
an
not a
attack
tire's
that
best
we know
friend.
it was doomed. I don't know if he was just saying, let's go and see if someone actually responds or if they look at each other. I don't know. I think Slow-Me has enough knowledge so that it was a little bit too soon.
But now everyone's slowing up, giving him the time to recover. It's a bit
Yeah.
weird.
This is why Leo Falandri, his team to the front.
Ember,
Oh, wait, Dembele.
I just think in this classic there isn't enough time to let a breakaway go.
It's
And
Dembele
then-
upping the
Oh,
pace,
oh,
a little bit of
lag.
lag.
And here are the dreaded cobblestones. I know several riders who would prefer to be
Few
at home
more
in front of the telly.
helpers fall behind. Denberry keeps upping the pace. There's
Slomi is going for it now as well.
Slomi as well. There's Finn with 5 guys on the right side, I believe. There's a big mess now. Everyone trying to get a good positioning. 36.5.
It makes no sense. I think if you look at Leo now, he's just chilling in the back. Like, there's no need to be at the front here.
Yeah, I don't. Well, like we said, there's a lot of inexperienced players and probably some decisions that they will regret in the long term. I think that they're wasting too much energy by being in the front in a point where they really don't have to, and they don't gain anything with it. Meanwhile, Slomi, Leo, Finn, yet the same tree in the front again. No Denberry this time. He's a little bit. Oh, and there he goes. Getting into the front again. I see Tree Man for Denberry. Am I correct?
I think no.
Yeah, 2 more there. Oh, and there goes Mary.
Change move.
Slomi loses a lot of port. Another helper bites the dust. I think he was probably trying to relay or pace or something. I might have fallen on one of those PCM caused gaps. I don't know who the secondary French jersey is. Did we see that, Emma?
Leo
best to be in
and
the lead
Zlobby.
when going into cobble sections. Breaks
No.
in the
Oh,
happen at any
Leo,
moment.
okay. Yeah, because
You forgot
Slomi
about
is
Leo, that's the next
traditional
player they
one.
were there.
No, it's not any of those. It's the one behind Finn. The tertiary then, sorry.
Lena.
Oh. Okay. 23 kilometers to go. The race hasn't been exciting, let's be honest, but that's also might mean a very dramatic ending. Let's see.
Yeah, they are very stressed, I think. Would be very stressed and without the motivation, without a good motivation to attack. But now Finn.
No, he's not moving. He's positioning. They're all speeding up a bit. And here comes another 3-star section.
I mean, it makes sense that they're speeding up, because, like, if you can get a move on now, then you can make it stick. But, like, no one is gonna let anything go.
Not at this point, no. And yet again, Finn is increasing the pace like a madman. I have no idea why. This isn't a flat stage. There's no need to start working for the sprint at 15 kilometers to go.
I guess he has a lot of bars and he just wants to reduce some of the other people, forcing up the pace even more.
This is the right time to attack, remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but if Finn is pacing 99, there's no point in attacking.
Yeah, exactly. And Slomi on the left side pretty much doing the same. They want to desperately enter the next session. Let's see if he attacks. Let's see if Slomi attacks.
Yeah, but the pace is too high to attack. It's like they're doing a Champs-Élysées lead out from 15k out.
Puncture for Cuervo.
Oh, that's race done.
No one, no one can leave because both Slomi and Finn were suffocating them with that 99 pace.
That's why some specialists don't hesitate to reconnoiter around several times.
But if you want to make the difference, it's on this next and final couple sector. It's 3 kilometers long. It goes a little bit
impossible doing the difference now.
Okay.
I think it's impossible doing the difference now.
25 riders.
Yeah, I think it's impossible as well, but this is the moment. If
it's Denberry that has had one guy in the front, but now Slomi places 3. Finn also placing his guys there.
Finn going for an attack.
He's trying to go. And there he goes. He goes with Polit.
There goes Polit.
He goes with Polit.
I think no possibility to win.
12 seconds only. It might be too little too late. Here comes
Doses it.
Comes Jasper.
Yeah, and they're a group of 6, but they're not
And
going to
there's
relay, are
Slumi
they?
in there
Yeah, and everyone
somewhere.
is going to come back.
And
There's
everyone is going to
Dembele.
come back, including Dembele, Batistine, and
Where's Leo?
Palangre.
Like,
Leo
what do we
is
have
there.
here? Do we have the sprinters that I thought we would get here? I don't see any yet. Is that
Leo,
one? Yeah, that's one for Leo.
Leo, yeah.
Leo, incredible Leo.
Of
Is
course.
that an easy win for Leo
No,
Palangre?
no, he gets boxed and he's
There
fucked.
we go.
This
The
is already
sprint
too
is on.
late to
The
launch.
riders are setting themselves up.
It's gonna be Clem!
Aye,
It's gonna
aye,
be Clem! But Godard is arriving!
Oh.
Oh, it's too late!
He really
Yeah,
has
Portuguese
Guillermo, you
grind,
must have
baby,
Sprint
wins
finish.
it!
Waiting for the
Waiting for the back
Congratulations!
markers who appear to be fairly numerous in this
Leo,
I was-
Leo.
I was shocked, I don't know, I'm still shocked.
Leo.
Leo, what did you do, my friend? I guess it was too hard, even without pacing.
Oh. I mean, this was a very typical race. This wasn't. I
Oh
don't
my
think
God.
any of us expected
you might as well
an
be the
anticlimactic finish like this one.
because there's that AI.
We're gonna move to Group A for the final kilometers. Let me see. I'm trying
Team
to
Soski group still got a long way to go as well.
to put the correct stream on.
Did we
Group
get,
A is the one by guys. If you wanna see, it's the one being broadcast by PCM Italia.
Okay, I will switch to there quickly. And what are we seeing
14
over
kilometers to go. 14 kilometers to go.
Just reaching it
I
to which
see
group?
Group A.
Mm-hmm.
I see Miko in the front naturally. Let's see if we have a more exciting ending here. Would you guys say that that was a very anticlimactic finish?
I'm sure it was full of panic for everyone there. But
Yeah,
it
but
just
for
looks
us,
like a normal sprint
Felt
basically.
anticlimactic, man.
Like, if Finn goes for it and gets reeled in, very unfortunately for him. But I mean, it's to be expected, and then people are working for the lead out for victory, and well, Guillermo is the one that wins, so good for him. And that's a step closer to qualification for the next
Okay.
round.
Group A
News
is
from
already.
Group B. News
Yes.
from Group B. It is
Hold
Jakub.
that thought. One. I'm just gonna say that Group A is already streaming in our account for the time being, but that we will return to Group C. So keep going, Juan.
For Group B, it is Jakub that wins ahead of Marcel G and El Colombiano and world champion or ex-world champion Pifi only finishing 7th.
Oh my, that's a terrible
Will we
start.
have Choke Pifi after Choke Fiti as well?
I mean, it's starting to become a trend. Once it is unfortunate, twice open suspicions. Let's see. Inline did not go well at all for him. I don't know.
John Vino with a long attack, but Boris is going to get him before the line. What is the sprint?
31 seconds. 2.7 kilometers. Boris is trying to relay. Everyone is trying to launch. John Vino with Ladagno. There he goes. Oh, attack from Boris. Attack from Boris.
Bro, you're like a minute behind.
Yes, I've been trying.
Well, that was one. They had already finished.
Ah, yes, I was following in the EMA. I switched to EMA and I forgot to go back to the original stream, so that explains a lot.
In the group of Joe Wiley,
And just
it
in case
is
you
the
missed them,
tank
here are the
that
race
wins
highlights.
ahead of Giordano and I Love Genie, aka Luke Ashleck, and it was Joe that went for the 77 sprinter and he only came 9th.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wait, who won?
It was the tank that won.
Oh, so another surprise here. Does Joe still have time to fix it?
I'm sure there's still time to fix it. This is not how you want to start, of course.
Indeed.
And I am working on getting a report on the finish of.
How many streams open do you have?
2. I see Tim Soski in a break with 5 other people. and the
Okay,
sixth
now
is
we
going
have
to break
streaming.
down.
We're going to Group H, guys. Group H, which is
Tim
uh,
Soski also not doing a great sprint. I think he comes
group
eighth here.
stream, guys. Group stream. We're moving there.
Is the group streaming?
He's Group H.
Okay.
We
So-
have 42 people here. 17 kilometers to go. Pace seems a bit more calm, even though there's a break in the front. I don't know who it is.
Dennis, good move for Dennis, I think, this one.
Oh, it's
And,
Dennis.
And I think he does it. He did it. I'm not sure. Of course, he will try only for doing only with the 81. Remember, to win this, the 81 should be alone last 10 kilometers if you want to do a big attack, a good attack.
In Group G, we have results of the first race in as well. If the screenshot would load, that would be very nice. It is Kingmaker that wins ahead of Quickstep Forever, aka Bonen, and Hooley in third. Sixth place for Aquarius. The favorites really not doing very well in their group so far, it seems.
I was gonna say that this stage has been unforgiving for most of the favorites so far. Should we expect that trend, or now that the hills are gonna start rising, we'll see? Probably we'll see them doing what they do best, which is taking the advantage
Now,
of the
Dennis, watch the group of me. This is the main streaming. Watch Dennis. Dennis, I think he did it or not. Do you think he did it or not?
What?
I think it's too soon to tell, right? I don't know why you're asking it as if it was a fact.
Okay, in Group D, we have Steinla winning ahead of Gabi and Zapata. They were able to narrow it down to a group of 9, and the rest was really far away. So we saw some more aggressive racing here.
Look at the
Blackhor
group,
in fifth place as well.
group H, 3K to go. And
Nathan is gonna
Dennis
be
maybe
caught up.
did a stupid
There's
move.
Groot and
Then he
someone
stopped
else.
it. Then he stopped and attacked now. Attacking now, but I think it's too soon.
Dennis is attacking now. It might be too soon. Let's see if people can respond in time. And there they go.
Dennis.
There goes the other one was.
Good as it. Good. Incredible. Good.
Wait. Someone. Oh, yes. Groot wins it. Groot wins it.
What a mistake between Max and Dennis.
What happened to Dennis
a bad
here?
error. Dennis and Max Born, look at it. Look at it.
Unbelievable. Yes, one.
Yes, for Group I, it is Tuku that wins ahead of Alvizi and Mendes. And Fefe getting dropped with his 81 cobble, finishing in 7th, half a minute behind.
Ay. This is being a terrible first stage for all the favorites, or almost all of them.
Oh, there's still quite a few doing well, but indeed, some people are struggling.
A few, yes, but most of them are just bombing it.
Yeah, official results. It is MVDB winning ahead of John Vino, of course, and Davi finishing in third ahead of Daniel Miko.
It could be far worse. Meanwhile, Nathan in the group we were just watching ended 9th, so not a good start for the British.
And I think they all went for the same tactic.
Where are you watching the results?
In the channels. And the official results from Group E.
So that you don't watch too late, or it will happen. Well, it will happen to you. What happened to me 5 minutes ago?
Group E has finished, and we have the original official results now. It is Jijs ahead of iFlash and Janu, and Tim Soski coming in 6th. Another British that is probably very disappointed with his result.
Well, this is the thing about Cobbles Classics. They usually cause surprises, but not this many, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think who made the errors? Okay. By the way, I think 2 things I would say. Dennis.
Hold on a second, please. As I speak, we are going to Group F, which is in Joe Whiteley's stream.
Mhm. Okay. What do you think? Who do you think did the above, Dennis or Max Ball in Group H?
What? Sorry, what trouble?
Have you seen Have you seen what did the Dennis or not in the
I
last?
see that he did a very bad placement, made a huge mistake.
For me, the error was of he his break mate because he decided to not pace, and yeah, when you have someone in your wheel and he doesn't pace, you got desperate and
Okay. In Joe's group, we are already facing the first difficulty of the day. Everyone seems to be doing fine. There's someone in the front pacing, not sure who that would be. I can't see with that banner. Whiteley in a good position in the peloton, managing his energy, doing what he does best. He's probably one of the world's best energy managers. Not the best, but one of the best for sure. It's a very calm race so far. Uh, we are still waiting for Group C to return. The lobby hasn't started yet. Just to
It was
remind
such a
our
quick
viewers,
lobby.
what? Sorry.
It was such a quick lobby for the first race, and now it's completely fallen apart.
Let me just see what. Oh, they are launching. We are going back to Group C because we want to see this one since the beginning. I think some of the guys that screwed up here really need to get a good result now. It's going to be crucial. Uh, we are about to switch for that group very soon. We're seeing the last images of Joe Whiteley's group, which is F. And as soon as the lobby finishes loading, we will be back for our center court, Group C,
So,
with the world number one, Leo Falandri.
what are the odds of Joe Whiteley going for the
Race.
77 sprinter?
What, sorry?
What are the odds of Joe Whiteley going for the 77 sprinter?
100%.
I think it's possible though, because that hill looks a hell of a lot, like looks hella close to the finish line.
It is possible. Look,
Yeah.
obviously,
Okay.
also always the depends of the type of
Attack!
racing.
Yeah.
It's now or never for those riders
If I
who
want to say a
avoid
thing,
battle over the last
the
few
problem of the
kilometers.
77 sprint is the downhill because he has a very very bad downhill. Because only 65 of downhill is too much low. Trying to also if he survives, he can recover. He can't recover energy, a lot of energy with so bad downhill.
Okay. We are already watching Group C. Right now,
There is no
Slaughter.
export or screenshot of Group H. Only the stream.
Sorry?
There is no export or screenshot of Group H. Only the stream.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's not very good.
We have here Hillings as well. Welcome, Hillings. Thank you for watching. Tuanu as well. Son Tukas at Nasilia. Hillings is rooting for Finn. I think Finn has a good chance here. He didn't start well, but there's still plenty of time to make things work, as we were talking about earlier. Meanwhile, Slummy continues his breakaway with two guys. I see Finn ramping up the pace. He's going with three men
That's
as well.
really a punchy attack.
I don't know if anyone follows. Portuguese Guilherme and Leo Falandri are in the front. Let's see if they follow or if they are just positioning there. Meanwhile, Slummy with Madouas, 70
from a rider.
Mountain Man, and Bavia, I think. Oh, Leo sends 2. Guillermo sends his 82 mountain guy. We're attacking with just one guy, wouldn't you
This
say,
climb
Fravo?
is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Fravo?
Yes, FK. What did
Uh,
you say?
I was saying that
David Gordon is
Guillermo
off.
just sent his 82 mountain guy to the break. Isn't it weird that he attacks with only one guy?
The 82 is not the leader, and
Yeah,
maybe putting in
yeah,
front could
yes,
be
I know it. I
an
know it's not
excuse that
later.
don't work.
Ah, okay. So you think it's more of just okay? I have a guy there, so I don't need to work back here.
He broke from the pack like a greyhound.
And Jasper now also leaving. 3 guys as well. I see the 70 mountain man. So the group is starting to get quite a few numbers. Salami is sending 2 more, I believe. Because I only see 2 from him in the peloton. Guilherme desperately trying to put his puncher back in the peloton. I think that was a momentary drop. Guilherme, let's remind everyone, was the winner of the first stage. A much needed victory for him. Things did not go well for him in inline, but the Portuguese now showing that he can and likely might be in the next round, as a win is half the step for it.
Yeah,
I don't.
it really gives you some breathing space, and you can play a lot more relaxed. The pressure isn't on you. Other people need to make sure that they are in the top 3 now, and you already have a solid point total.
Indeed. And Guilherme is a veteran player. He's been playing for quite a few years. If anyone would know how to deal with that situation, knowing that he can chill, knowing that he doesn't need to go all out, I think he will be the guy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So break is over. Don't exactly know. Haven't exactly understood some of the strategies being done here tonight, but we'll see. I think we might have another attempt to. Now Leo in front. So 48 man, everyone's here. Leo Flandry controlling at his own pace, nothing too hard. We see Emel, our IMA president and external streamer. Hi Emel.
In the stream, watching the stream. Okay. Okay.
I almost choked. No, thank you, Fravo. As the descent arrives, nothing has changed. Everyone's still in the main group. It's very hard to distinguish some of these jerseys. I believe that's Jasper, right?
Yes, it is.
In the front, yeah. He's driving down the peloton on the downhill. Nothing exciting right now to see, but we do know that the parkour has many chances to give some excitement to the race. And some people in this lobby definitely need to try something because the race didn't go as well as they would like. I mean, Leo did second, sure, but I think if he won now, he would go into the final race without any pressure at this point.
I think I agree with you. Because 170 points are too much to
Yeah.
to be overtaken.
Indeed, indeed.
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
So guys, after that first result where Guilherme managed to get the win, Leo still did second, so still in a good position. Let's assume that
The
they
small group of
are
riders
both
are trying to get
going
clear
to
of the
pass. Who
bunch.
would you guys point right now, after what we've been seeing so far, as the possibility for third place?
Sorry.
For me, wait, watch the groups. We have watching. See.
Leo Falangri and Guilherme already in the front, by the way. But I was asking, who do you guys think, aside Leo and Guilherme, that also have good shots right now, who could be the third guy to qualify and in this group?
Go Finn.
Okay.
I think.
I would love to see that, to be honest.
I think Zromi.
I'm gonna go with Finn as well. I think that everyone's favorite Norwegian that is actually German will surprise the few people that haven't played with him yet. He's a very talented guy and learning every day and improving every day. I think he has a good chance here. Dembele now pacing, doesn't like the situation, doesn't have anyone up front. Meanwhile, Leo and Guilherme.
Miko.
Sorry? Was that a cough?
Daniel Miko.
I know. I heard. Daniel Miko cough. Dembele pacing like a madman, Daniel Miko style indeed. As we see that the break is only 30 seconds in the front now. The break, I believe it was Finn and Jasper that joined Leo and Guilherme. Slavi now, making that bridge, ending the break guaranteed now. Let's see if he tries to put some of his one
The pace is so high that a
in
few
the
riders
front
are
now
going to be
that the
very
break
sore
was
at the end
caught.
of the day.
He was not in this last break. 11 men behind, I'm going to assume it were helpers, or our the director would have shown this if it was someone important. Meanwhile, Dembele takes the pace once again. Does Dembele always plays with such a French accent usually?
I haven't seen him play road too much, to be honest.
That explains a lot. Meanwhile,
riders are
Leo
in a portion
Falangri in the
above
back of the
10%.
peloton. A good place to be right now. I see. I was trying to see Guilherme's guys, not the ones that seemed about to leave, but the ones in front I see. I think the rest are also. The other three are also in a good position in the peloton. Finn's as well. Slomi's as well.
You know how many Ks left? How many K left after the downhill, the final downhill?
Oh, the final one? That's a good question. I would say like 1 or 2.
Mia, let us see the final kilometers.
The profile of
The final kilometers.
Is a mayor there?
Yeah, we want to see the final. Okay. So. How much is long the last climb?
I don't know how many kilometers. How long? 1.4. 3 kilometers maybe? Because there's a little bit that starts behind as well. Not entirely sure.
I think
To the downhill, when the downhill starts. I'm gonna tell you this though. If you start that downhill with a gap, even if it's not a really big one, that's pretty much racing the bag if you know what you're doing. Everyone back together again. Shows how calm the pace has been. We see a different player once in a while taking the front, but there's no actual big pace right now. Everyone just strolling calmly, waiting for another chance, waiting for whatever they have planned that is likely not anytime soon. Let's see. Very surprised with some of the, as I've been taking a look at other lobbies as well every time I can to be updated. Very surprised with some of the things I've seen.
John, have you tried this race or not?
Yes.
And what? And do you think and what do you think? How do you think the arrive at O'Neill and then a small flat is more similar to Sanremo or San Sebastian?
Well, it was a. Wait, no, I didn't try this race. Wait, I need to be sure because my memory, like I usually say to Twan, is like a Swiss cheese. No, I don't think it was this one. No, sorry. I was mistaken. Actually, now that you talk about it, have you tried it? Probably.
I was thinking in silence to do this ride because it's quite difficult to interpret.
Meanwhile, Joe Whiteley dropped in Group F, struggling with 5 of his riders to come back, almost 1 minute difference, and he's about to reach the same climb we will reach here, except he's far closer. Could be a really bad day at the office for Joe if he doesn't get something out of this stage. He will close the gap.
That's
the question is,
done.
at
there
what
should be
cost?
a lot more movement from now on in.
And here in Group C, we have Lenak leading with 2 guys, the 3. He's trying, but his third guy was carrying the rest of the group, so nice attack. Don't know what that was. Joe Whiteley at 57 seconds. It's starting to look bad. He will need to wait for the climb to regain some of that time. Leo now taking the front of the race here in Group C. Don't expect anything race decisive to happen here, but in the next
And who is attacking?
A rider
there goes
just
Leo,
launched
and
an
I
attack.
think Leo goes with Bardet and Martin, followed by Oliveira from Guilherme, the Portuguese, taking yet again 1 rider. And it's
I think this was the right time to attack with 2 riders, not with 3 riders, not 2.
Yet again, Guilherme puts 1 man in there, giving the impression that, okay, I got a guy there, you guys do all the work. Finn joins him. I don't know who the rider is for Finn. Did we see that in the episode? Is Emil drunk? And he goes to the peloton. There we go, Slimy. Jasper putting him in there too.
A courageous rider is looking to break away.
Slimy continues or tried to insist. I thought he was going to insist a bit more. Let's see. 21 seconds. Slimy pacing to try and keep that break alive. Hoping it will at least still be some sort of alive until that climb starts at a point where it would have some chances of leaving. But Dan Barra says, Daniel Miku isn't here, but I am. Meanwhile, Joe Whiteley has returned to the peloton as the first climb is about to be over. He has, I believe, 4 guys, so he lost one, but he's back. As we continue, hoping to see if it's going to be soon the first big attack as the climb begins.
I don't know why, but in the classics there are less breakaways than the tour. A lot less breakaways.
True.
Because people get more nervous, and in tour they tend to let things go.
Yeah, in tour they let things go because there are
someone to ask to relay.
In tour they let things go because they know that the 82 mountain guy will at the end of the day always prevail when the mountains come. In here, there's quite a few possibilities, so I think they are just afraid of letting a break go that might come back to bite them. And there goes Van Avermaet. No, I thought he was going to attack, but apparently he was trying to protect but died. I don't know. That was a weird
This climb
movement.
features some dreadful percentages.
Okay, he's back on his train. Dan Barra, not Van Avermaet. Now everyone with 3-man train. Bravo. Would you say that this climb would have been a good point to do a strong 3-man attack, but one that would last for a while?
This climb was a good point. Maybe in the flat, the little flat before was a good point to do attack, maybe with a flat rider and the 2 mountain riders. But now I think not more.
Meanwhile, you guys keep your ride there. I'll do
We're
a
into the
quick
last
look
third of the race.
in some of the
We'll
other
soon know
groups,
the
see if
final
anything
outcome.
out of the ordinary is going on. There is a break in Group E. Timozowski has one guy there. All seems normal. In Tomas's group, there's also a break. In Aquarius's group, there's only 36 men left, so that's in itself, and they're a little bit behind on where you are in Group C. That explains how slow-paced this race has been in Group C. In Blackwater's group, we have 3-man breakaway about to be caught, nothing special, everything seems to go normal. In El Colombiano's group, I would like to say something is going on, but my god, have you guys seen this man's overlays? Oof. 37 guys in the peloton, I have no idea at what point.
What's with the El Colombiano overlays?
The El Colombiano's overlays are eye cancer, and I can't even see at what point the race is. I know it's after this second mountain we're doing now, but I can't see more than that. Half the fucking screen is covered.
Really? They
Yeah.
just also covered the effort cursor.
Oh my god.
He covered the effort cursor in such a way that you can't even see gaps, and he even covers the.
Oh, bro, he's putting everything everywhere. What is the
You're seeing it?
fucking point?
It's absurd.
Bro, like, get that PCM Sudamerica logo to cover the fucking bars instead or something.
And pro second
And that
manager,
gradient doesn't need to belong
Rider
there.
is looking to
I
get
can't
back
see
this slip.
shit because
And
whoever
it's
is
so zoomed in, it's ridiculous.
okay. We have
How
You
do
know
you
what
play
it-
like this?
But you know why Tim Shosky doesn't cover stuff, but
yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
He doesn't care.
And that's why he will never win a tour. Because
Okay, so nothing decisive still in the other groups. Here, 47, still 47 guys. This race has been slow. What's going on here, guys? What's your opinion about this? Of why the race is going so slow right now?
I think people are just a little afraid of letting the right breakaway go, and just causing this.
You think that those that tried and saw their attempts frustrated are now, fuck it, and that's why pretty much no one is,
Yeah, because
Watching.
it looks like a waste of bars.
indeed.
that's a very big waste of bars attacking here.
Ends up being very frustrating for everyone because the race has been very very slow and there hasn't been much action, but it's
And
also
there's just nothing to do. You're waiting, like, you're changing efforts every once in a while to avoid getting dropped, to avoid taking to the front, but you're not really playing to do anything until you get to the, well, second to last climb.
Second to
There's
last, yeah,
something
I would
might be happening, but when people play like this, it's just not funny. Like, there's nothing to do. Guillermo goes. Okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
move.
Take them on my M7.
Finally, an interesting move. This is a very interesting
the mountain guy. Who are the other two? I think it's the 81
Good
cobble.
question. And he gets a 25-second gap going up as well. But it looks like they have organized something resembling a chase behind. And it is still a long way to go, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the man for trying, but in this group, it might be just waste of time. Let's see.
Yes.
At least he allowed us to wake up and see some semblance of action.
Surprisingly, it's
Yeah.
Leo Philandri chasing.
Interesting.
Didn't expect that one. I thought you would just leave it to other people or try to join Guillermo. But he's chosen to chase instead. Surprising.
Well, there was a downhill coming, and it wasn't the best place to attack, so maybe he does it now. I don't know.
Yeah, but there was an uphill drag to do it in. But
Yeah.
I think Leo also knows that the next guy gets called because, like, they might let one person up the road.
What
But
is
letting a
Barrett
second-
doing?
This is
I mean,
99.
Barrett is 99 pacing toward the group, isn't he? It looks
Yeah.
like an attack, but
Yeah, but
And
he's not-
he usually
do you
did
think
he,
Eleven will start insulting now?
he just let him out into the breakaway, give him a few free meters, and then nothing. Okay, this is where it's all gotta happen then. The Corto du Cornet, as it is the second last climb of today.
and we are
And,
about to reach it, hoping that finally the action begins.
Yes, that would be the right answer.
Could we have some action and some drama and some random Portuguese yelling, stuff like that? Because that's the fucking dream. Okay, so still 47 people as the climb begins.
God, a lot.
I mean,
I did. It's just been the tone of this group, hasn't it? And just very passive racing.
yeah, I did not expect this in a group with guys like Leo, Guillermo, Finn. I mean, Dembele ending up being the Daniel Miko of the group might have been the the biggest factor to contribute for this slow pace.
Yeah, I mean, when there's no breakaway, there's no reason to pace.
Indeed.
And if someone just 99 is down breakaways, then
Oh,
nothing.
we see
Finn with an acceleration, even
Oh, yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Okay,
And the
okay,
doesn't seem
okay.
to favor those in the
That's an
rear. There's a
acceleration.
growing list
Finn
of
taking
riders left
Bookman and
behind.
Schuckman.
Nice, 20 seconds, making a move on the group, but it seems like people are ready to chase it down.
Yeah.
It is now the other Belgian that has, put himself at the front, and I expect we will see Boegman attacking or 99ing it down this hill now in
Yes.
hope that you get 15 seconds.
I can't blame anyone else for chasing here. This is a very dangerous place to let someone go. But the German still has 25 seconds, give or take.
Yeah, it will be really hard, of
We've
course,
got
to
15
keep
kilometers
this,
to the finish
and
line.
I don't think it is quite possible. But I do admire the move. I think he would have hoped for someone to join him, but unfortunately that wasn't the case.
Indeed, you know,
And now
Dembele,
people chased him down on the flat.
Theo,
and worked for the
Bakis
others.
is chasing like a madman in the flat. And here might be where Finn's efforts will not be rewarded.
Leo Flandry just not relying on other people to do it, doing it himself, actually attacking up.
Actually attacking up.
This
and now
is
Finn has
what
help.
Finn was waiting for. This is what Finn was waiting for. Leo Flandry
The
joining
riders are
him,
entering
and
the
now they
last
have a
10
real
kilometers of the
chance.
stage.
Although Guilherme and Dembele seem to be 99ing this down.
They are. I was gonna say if these guys can find a quick understanding, and I'm sure they will, but at that pace, nothing can save them by now.
You just need to 99 it to the bottom of the hill and just ride up
Watching
very
now.
quickly.
Finn is sacrificing the Bookman for Trackman.
Oh,
It's
they
in
were
such
caught. They were
percentages
caught.
that the
They are
strongest
called,
can
but
create some
Finn
gaps.
should have very good red bar on Schachman.
And Slomi,
Leo as well.
I think Slomi was trying to really ramp it up there.
Mhm.
Everyone going fast on the right side.
Yeah,
Leo.
everyone
Engage
wants
onto
that
the attack.
positioning. 5k to the line as they go over the top. You don't
We're
want to be
into the
too
last
far
5
behind
kilometers.
here,
Yeah.
as we head
I was
into a
gonna
bit of
say,
a false
passing
flat.
here
And
in the
oh,
front,
this
and
is
you got
some
Leo.
no, he
great
gets one.
parkour knowledge. Great parkour knowledge as Leo chooses position, just doesn't quite have the bars to
Oh, but
make a mistake.
everyone survives it. It's gonna be
Oh my god, and I think people are already sprinting. I haven't seen this
As they're
final
on,
yet,
it's going to
but
be very fast.
yeah, you might as well sprint from the top of that hill. 3k to go, I think. Holy.
Leo.
Oh, I think it's for
Oh, yeah,
Leo.
it is
Leo.
Leo.
Victory for
Leo.
It is for Leo Falandri.
Leo.
Ahead of Slomi, I think, and then MVD,
Guilherme sixth.
and Dembele and Finn.
Guilherme
Okay.
sixth.
Guilherme sixth, 1-1, did not do well here.
We have got results
now.
from Group B. It is El Colombiano beating Per and Burgerstein in third, Jakub in fifth place, and Choke Pifi in seventh.
Oof, imagine. Okay, we're gonna move to Group D.
And in Group A, we have the results as well. It is MVDB winning ahead of Rai PCM, aka Pedro Moreira, Miko in third, and fourth for Davi.
Wait, who won?
MVDB again. Very good, this guy.
And it is a win for NVDB. And
Second win
in
for MVDB.
yeah, and in Group F, we have Joe choking again, 12th place.
What a shit parkours. Disgrace of an organisation.
Avert ahead of TCM and Imposter, and Joe is here to
Yeah, but
provide
Joe
his,
actually is
faults.
Mentally retarded organisers,
So, is
clearly.
it over for you, or do you think, or do you
No,
think?
I'm not hosting. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing this shit fast. It's fucking joke.
Really?
They
Okay.
need to go. They
You watching
need
are
to
you
go
watching
take-
a group D?
They need to go take a
We are
visit
watching
to
Group
mental
D.
asylum
Okay.
because they're
Mia, are you streaming it?
Emea is streaming it. He cannot respond now due to the
Okay.
technical issues, but he is.
Okay. So we can see how newbie is Black Wolf.
I mean,
So,
according to Joe, there's nothing to be new about since it's a lottery.
Joe, are you really gonna rage quit?
Oh no, I'm not rage quit. I'm just not hosting. I'll delete as much as I want.
Ah, okay.
It is Quickstep Forever, aka Bonen, winning in Group G ahead of Sergio and Kingmaker.
My God.
I think now. War should stop a little bit. Why
23 men
maintain
here.
position?
Second to last downhill begins. Blackwater has at least 2 guys there that I can see. I don't know. Yeah, it's 2. At least 2.
So, are you watching this team of Blackwater or this team on the on?
The one on Blackwater because it's in more accurate real time. Let's call it like.
Okay.
I see Tim Soski has finished 9th in his group.
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
90.
Another
Oh
good day
my
for the
God.
Brits. There goes my special bet.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not good.
Oh, and betting 400 on Joe means there goes my entire money.
It's fucking disgraced.
Like, it makes no sense. You can just go 99 from the top
No,
of the
I
hill.
mean, you look in every group. It's fucking retarded. Did Davies
Mm.
come in like
Piffy is
15th?
out.
Pithy is out. I'm out, even though that's irrelevant for now.
PC's out. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you surprised?
Are you guaranteed?
I mean,
out,
it's
Joe?
just like it's not even if you know how to
The
sprint.
champion of last year is out. Oh my God.
Fefe wins in his Group I, ahead of Mendes and
Okay,
Alvisi.
but now I want to watch the race. Okay. Why?
In
Blackwater is
Citibank, you should have just put everyone at like 2.2 odds or something, whatever. 8 is divided by 3, or 9 divided by 3. Like, everyone should have been around that, because
Wait, having a. Oh, I had a freeze in the
Oh,
stream.
what the fuck is the Blackwater doing?
Twanu coming out with saying, I won't defend this race. I said in our private channel that I didn't like it.
because you didn't decide it, because you guessed what some Italian person who doesn't have a clue what he's on about decided them. You hear that, Amaya? The person who's going to be running your PCM Italia next season?
Emma isn't here, I think.
Francesco Grassi.
He said he would return very soon. Emma, let me know when you're here.
55 stamina,
Ooh,
55.
Blackwater,
So,
incredible
as
win.
soon as Emma tells me he's here, you can start your rant, and Blackwater's gonna win it.
Yes, good move. I saw it. Have you seen it or not?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so we can watch. We can describe his move. He started sprinting and maybe I think he did good. He did like
Joe,
a very good pro player because
this parcours doesn't even allow for any energy management either, anywhere nearly. Like Lombardia is the only option for energy
Gandhi said
management.
he is out.
Wait, sorry guys, stop. Emma, please pay attention. Joe has a message for you.
Yeah, if Francesco can't listen to actual people trying to tell him that the parkours are shit for 3 weeks straight before they even got announced, if he cannot do that, if he's in his own little dilly-dally world, thinking he knows stuff, when it takes one person with one IQ to realise that this was a shit finish. Do not put 3 downhill finishes in 3 classics all in the first round, with 9 and 10 player lobbies. Thankfully, in my lobby, not everyone turned up. I would be playing with 10 people in the lobby tonight, doing a downhill finish with 1 kilometer to go turns.
Okay, Joe, can you repeat that? Emma says he didn't understand everything you said. Please
I
repeat.
mean, I'm talking about Italian if everyone doesn't understand clearly.
No, yeah, but he didn't understand the sentences.
No, I'm saying Francesco was warned for 3 weeks straight, even by his own organizer, and he decided to stick with these stages, so all blame is on him.
Yeah, 3 downhill finishes in round
3
1
downhill
of classics.
finishes in 1 round of classics. Not to mention, if everyone was to turn up tonight, I would be in a group of 10 players.
Yes,
10
Emma,
players.
they are. It seems that he was warned even by his own organization and decided to go with them. And Joe was telling you before you got here, watch it well. and watch it well, because the guy that might be running PCM Italia next year is doing this. That's what Joe said when you were not here.
He picked these stages, so God knows what he's going to do for you.
All right. Blackwater's group is ended, and I'm waiting if Tuan can see the actual screenshot with the results, because it's really hard to know who is who on a stream that we don't have our Moto Man.
Sorry to interrupt the stream as well. Just I thought I thought I'd let the stream know that I was picked by the organizer to help out selecting and giving advice on the parkours.
You actually came
I warned them. I warned them for 3 weeks straight. 3 weeks.
Let me tell you something, Joe. You came at a perfect time, because these lobbies are going crazy and not in a good way.
I warned them for 3 weeks straight, and I was called dumb and stupid in the rest of it. I mean,
Okay,
here's the
we're gonna
evidence.
move to Group A while we wait for Group C to start, and Group A is...
It makes no sense. Like, the only way this parkour is acceptable if you think that
is
somehow there's going to be a
one
breakaway.
broadcast by
But it's round one of the World
PCM.
Championships. We have noobs. Nobody cares about fucking breakaways. Everyone chases them down. Makes no sense.
Guys,
I mean, that's not even the annoying part. To be fair.
guys, we are live in Group A. You can continue the conversation as soon as you move to Twitch. Okay, you were saying, Joe?
Oh, so we can insult Grossi whilst watching his stream. Nice.
Yes.
No, I was saying the breakaway thing. I don't think it's an issue. I think that's just generally how first rounds go. You always have one person who.
Yeah, of course, but the parkour makes it a 50-man sprint.
But I mean, the parkour doesn't give it justice one bit.
I mean,
yeah, there's no opportunity to do anything.
I'm just thinking here, for first rounds with loads of noobs, why did he think it would be a good idea to have 3 downhill finishes?
It makes no sense. Like, Lombardia is literally the only race where you can get rid of noobs.
Yeah. So, Joe, tell me, is there any mathematical possibility that you can still pass?
I don't know. To be honest, do I want to play the next round of Classics?
Yes, please, because I have
the next round of Classics. I have tell you?
$500 of fake money on you.
Oh my god.
The next round of Classics has a flat sprint, dwars door Vlaanderen, and the Van 2 challenge. This should have been the first round.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Absolutely agree
This
with
is
you.
an actual parkour. Like the first one is shit, dwars door Vlaanderen is good, and Van 2 is good to get rid of noobs.
So the thing is that I want to reiterate, I'm not bothered that I'm out. The thing that I'm bothered about is that I warned the person in particular who picked these 3 stages for 3 weeks. That's the bit that's annoyed me, because I was made to look stupid because of that. And who's the one laughing now? I mean, come on, let's be real.
I think that this is why I've said it, and I've said it in the past multiple times, and I'm glad that we're talking about this on stream, because I want everyone to listen and listen well. I have defended in the past multiple times that competitions that are organized by the UCI, namely Champions League, World Championships, and any other competition they might decide to organize in the future, should always have a subset of rules that never change. And parkours, not necessarily which ones will be used, but things like this, if they were regulated in those rules in some way, it would avoid situations like this.
I mean, there's literally like any other classic race under the sun you could have potentially picked.
Yes, but if there was a rule saying
Not even
this criteria X, Y, Z, including no 3 consecutive downhill finishes in round fucking 1.
Mm-hmm. But I think, okay, the second one, okay. But the first and the last one are not based. I've done finish, but I know that you want mountain speed. I know because you are good in that. But no, I think the Lombardia, the defense is not made on. The defense in Lombardia is not made on the last climb.
It's not about the bad performance because I know myself I could have done better. It's the fact that I told them for 3 weeks straight that these parkours are not going to go down well with your players, and we're literally seeing it in our eye, in front of our eyes, in every single group.
Mm,
Okay, back to what's going on in Group A because we will be there until Group C starts. Joe, many thank you for giving us the great opportunity to discuss something that really needed to be discussed. It still does. And while we are on air, if you want to, I would like to invite you to talk more about this in the next edition of Beyond the Cycle.
Um, sure.
Did you say sure or Sean?
I said sure.
Okay. I'll see you there then. Meanwhile, we have 48 guys. Race started not too long ago. Nothing major seems to have happened yet.
I gotta go for a few minutes.
All right. See ya.
okay. In Lombardy, very hard race. So, Sean, do you expect something interesting happening here or not?
I mean, normally I would say absolutely, but the way we've been seeing this be played tonight, a little bit all over groups. I don't know, man.
Yes, in
As
this group,
someone,
I think it's quite impossible.
I never
Maybe
expected
something
because
is low, I think.
when this group was announced, and it had quite a few good players in there, three, four at least that could carry the lobby by themselves, or so everyone thought. And yet, this has been very disappointing in my opinion. We have to call things as they are. This hasn't been fun. This hasn't been exciting. This is one of those days when someone finishes the ladder, and I just want to say, and there he goes, because literally, it hasn't been good cycling.
Yes, I agree with you. Good cycling is not all sprints. And maybe Leo tried in the last stage, but nothing happened.
Much
Let's face
respect to Leo. I know that he's been trying his best within those conditions, and it's very hard to work with the lobby he has there. Much respect for him. He got a win. He needed that. He had a second place, so he's pretty much qualified. Uh, I think that now Guilherme can still make it happen, but he needs a good result in Lombardia. Uh, I think that that race suits him and others, the more experienced ones, more because if there's a place where they can drop the noobs, so to speak, it will be in this race.
of course. Maybe here my friend team play could happen. Could happen. Still see my friend team play. It's team play time now.
A legal one, yes, I'm sure it can happen if two or three of the experienced guys find themselves in the front of the race. I think it could definitely happen in the legal sense, obviously.
Okay, the strategy is very simple for me. If you want to team play, attacking with the 82 and the 78 on the first climb, and then pacing with maybe attacking with another player. Then pacing on the downhill
What I
and
usually do more than once, I did, including in La Liga. I don't know if it was this variant though.
No,
Uh, it
it's a,
wasn't right.
it was a good variant, I think.
It was a.
I remember. I don't know but if you
I think
remember,
it's
but
a
our
good
final.
variant, Sean.
Ah. Yes, Robo.
I remember in this race was in a World Championship in a final 2 years ago, and there was an attack with an attack by Raul and Alepere on the first big climb, the Valcava. Then
with the two with the and the mountain helper, and then they went together, and on they passed the leader climb, and on the third climb the third climb, so the third climb after Valcava, they remained only with the mountain leader, and they paced together, and they won with more than 2 minutes of advantage. Remember?
But in a lobby like this, let's see what happens. I'm very curious because I know this is the best opportunity to have all night to drop some of the dead weight. Let's see if that happens, and let's see if it improves our night, if it makes for some exciting racing, if it justifies that everyone has been here watching, that those that subscribed and are racing, I hope they have fun as well. This has been a good night. I know I'm in the booth of the World Championships. I should be saying amazing, fantastic. This has been other shit today. Worry not though, because we have loads and loads of races more to come in these 7 weeks. We will be broadcasting it, so I guess not every day can be a 5-star classic, obviously. But mistakes like this will also allow, hopefully, for the future organizations not to copy them in the future editions.
The futurizations, I think in this World Championship, organization tried to do something different from the other editions, because
To be honest, I know, fellow, I understand that, but I'm gonna be honest. There was one proposed that was, aside from those making it and those that were friends with them and a few people that agreed with it, almost universally rejected because it tried to change too much. And when we saw the debate and we all talked about this and about this proposal, I don't think many of those things were in there. I don't think many of those changes were a given. Do you feel that we've been deceived, Joe? Would you say that we were deceived?
In what sense?
Because many of like Frabo said, the changes, the different things they're trying, they weren't on their proposal.
Well, I mean, Grassi wasn't listed as mentally unstable on their proposal, so
Okay.
Yeah.
And one thing that I still remember in the debate, they clearly said they would have a jury of experienced players. That's not the case.
I want to say a thing,
No, that's not really the case now.
but I don't know if you know it, but someone said to me that after the first weeks, Glassy didn't count a lot. I think that this person said to me that the two bosses were Wanu and Iva, and
So you're saying
he
that
didn't count a lot.
started Grassy stopped contributing much?
Well, saying
Yes.
that I have access to all their channels for the past month. I can tell you if you wanted, but
Please do. I mean, I'm not gonna ask you for all the details, but has he been contributing or not?
the main topic of debate was basically X, Y, and Z. Basically stating what was wrong with the stages, and Grassi was like, no.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys, let's put in 50 endurance and 50 recovery stats into the DB. Me and Ivar proved it wrong, what he claimed. And then Grassi's like, nope. I mean, Grassi's the person who wanted to test out in a final of a competition, 30 stat difference on riders. 30, that minus 30 endurance on the climber. In a final, and you're going to tell me you're going to trust his judgment on stages. Okay. Sure,
Okay.
buddy.
At this point, I know it's not gonna be possible to hear Emma, but he's hearing us. So, Emma, if you want to,
No, I mean, Eme's not a dummy.
no,
If Eme really wanted to say what was the case, he'd say what's the case.
no, I know,
And
I
Mia said to me
Yeah.
that they
it's
asked
not.
him to help, but he
No,
said no, of course,
they
because
asked what? Sorry.
they asked to Mia to contribute, and many times because to contribute in the route, to contribute with the
Emma
graphics,
said specifically
station,
that
but he said a bit
not
to everyone.
want to have anything to do with organizing this world championship. He's still being a good guy by helping us with the stream part. I have no complaints
No,
about.
he's a good guy, but I mean, he chose the right thing by not helping him. Because imagine if he did. I mean,
Exactly. But here's what I would like to know from Mea. Is it now the really best time to retire? And is Francesco Grassi the right man to replace you? What gives, Mea? Tell us. And
Well,
we are.
yes. Mm.
Oh no, he's gonna respond to me, and I'm gonna say what he said. Okay. Can I say this on air? Okay. Emea says Dennis is my replacement. Grassy will help Dennis, but Dennis will decide. So there you go. That's actually, I think that's a more thought decision. I think it might be fruitful. As we start in Group C finally, sorry for the delay, guys. We were talking about very serious issues here. Not to attack anyone, at least not me, but because these things need to be discussed to avoid mistakes in the future. Meanwhile, we have Group C, which for some bizarre reason is the last one to start, even though we were going so well with time. So, right now the situation is Leo has 1.5 foot in the final, if not both, I think. So, Guilherme won the first stage, but then did sixth. He might still be in danger. Interesting situation going here. Leo is the pressure. Wait, and what was that judgment? For example, did you have anything to say about round one of classics, starting with 3 downhill finishes and this type of parkour, and especially in round one with all the noobs here? No
The
offense to
third,
the noobs. It's just an endearing term for new players.
the third, honestly, only finishes, then
Yeah, and I agree with you. I would even say more. One downhill finish would be more than enough, if not too many already in round one, with all the unexperienced players. One summit finish, let's call it like that, would definitely be needed. And the other one, even if it was a flat ending, did not need to be downhill.
uh,
Okay. The thing is, what I'm being told here, Emir, and I agree with you. So Emir is saying that they did ask for his opinion. He did give his opinion. It was his opinion was obviously against this we're seeing today, for example, but it's not his decision. So he's
no,
not.
I know it's not my decision, and
No, no,
that's the
it's
sad
his.
reality.
It's not yours.
I know it's not mine, but
I didn't say yours. I said it's not Emir's decision.
no, yeah, I mean, I guess, but me and Eme are in the same scenario. We both gave our suggestions, and we both got
The
rejected.
thing that Joe was saying here was that I guess the organizers, for some reason, are going with what?
No, take the plural of organizers.
Okay, which one is it then? It's just one, you
We'll
mean?
just leave it organizer for now.
Okay. Okay, MS says they decide and have the right to do it. I don't like some of the route specs for this worlds. Uh, he doesn't like, for example, where is it? He also stated that Tour Route has too many downhill finishes. I mean, when a tour has too many downhill finishes, I don't think I need to explain why. I think everyone here in this chat knows what I mean. Uh, Too many flat, useless stages. Interesting. I gave my opinion, he says. They can like it or not. They wanted to do their own thing. Well, yeah. In that regard, Emea said, I still think PCM ETA Cup road routes were far better, and we had exciting games for sure, man, for sure. And if you had used these types of routes in PCM World Tour, man, that would have been the best
There
fun.
was only actually one bad stage in the whole of the classics parkours from there.
No, it wasn't only true early on, man.
No, in the PCM Italia Road Cup, there was only one bad stage in the whole of the classics.
Oh, the World Cup. Yeah. If
Com-
I thought it had very good stages. The races were always exciting, and I was saying I think that if EMEA had picked that those types of stages and made them part of the World Tour or similar ones, obviously, instead of the real life calendar, it would have been an amazing competition. Okay, but we digress. We go back to our race.
Do you think the calendar of last year was better?
Of what? The World Tour, PCM
And the
Italia
World
World,
Cup
the World Cup, this one that we're
the
playing.
first round was
was wait
E3 and
was San Sebastian and
E3 and
E3.
E3.
E3 and
Second
what?
round,
San
San
Sebastian.
Sebastian and E3. Second round was Nevada and Amstel Gold. Yeah, definitely better races, 100%. How E3 and Amstel Gold are not races?
He's going to
in this
take them on by himself.
It's,
Okay, so we are. We have Adox is Zedox, which I assume is Adox. Inline is by far the best road part. I wouldn't say the best because my personal preference has always been Tour, but it's one of the best for sure. And although I started very bad when I started doing inline for the first time exactly 1 year ago in these World Championships, the truth is that I've grown quite fond of it. I like it, and I've been doing some good results recently. I think with the right stages, and if it's made of something more than just a classic with a few extra points, it's one heck of a discipline, and I really like it. Also, thank you for being here. I know that I believe you are playing. Slomy, thank you for being here as well. Finn's group Hillings was still loading, so we moved for a bit to see others, but as you can see, we are back, so don't worry. I'm sorry to only be responding now, guys, but we were having here a very
Their breath.
important debate, as you all could listen to, and we are back to Group C. So we have, let me see, 1 minute
11,
24. Yes, Robin?
11 with 78 attack. I don't
Interesting.
know, but
Guilherme has 3 men, Finn has 3 men. I believe they are so far working well. They have around 120-minute advantage, give or take. And who is pacing? And Baron actually, and I think Jasper also now. No, it's Jasper definitely. But he seems to be controlling only because the advantage is growing. Sorry, excuse me. Emma, when you can. Oh, around 130 now. Yeah, Emma, when you can you go back to the breakaway so we can see which guys every one of them has? Thank you. So, 76 Cobble guy, 81 Cobbles guy, 77 Sprinter, Puncher. Interesting composition. Wait, does Finn have the... Oh, Puncher as well, I believe. Interesting composition. Uh, Two minutes 13 now. Guillermo lost one guy.
Okay. We are starting.
Bravo, yes, you were saying?
We are starting Flame of Gizar, and yes, they have a quite big advantage.
Okay, Emil, while we were watching the riders and finishing our conversation about inline, can you tell us what happened with Guillermo's rider? Did he just die or did he send them behind? I missed that part. Also, we have Leo Falandri now trying to reach that break.
Too late for Leo.
Yes, I tend to agree with that, but let's see. I mean, he might make it, but he's definitely going to lose energy and even a man. And I don't think he'll make it, especially because people are not allowing it. Okay, thanks, Emil. So Guillermo's 79 flat guy just ended his work, so naturally it was the end of the day for him. Meanwhile, Dembera once again. Leo seems to be gaining some traction. He's 1 minute ahead of the peloton, 1 minute behind Finn and Guillermo.
Guilherme, good cooperation. Who is back?
Me.
One. Okay.
Hello, Tuan. You've missed quite an interesting debate.
I mean,
Yes.
Leo crashed. Like the group of Leo crashed, didn't it?
Yeah. But while we were watching other groups, we definitely had some good conversations here. But we'll talk
What
about
about?
stages, rules, inline, tour, so many things. But as we go back to the race, Leo Falandri is still in the nobody man's zone. He's still a little bit over 1 minute ahead of the peloton, a little bit over 1 minute behind the breakaway E1.
I see Joe is riding a very boring race with everyone to the bottom of the big climb.
Yeah, Joe isn't particularly happy with the parcours. Can't say I blame him.
Yeah, same.
Because 3 downhill finishes, I mean, not really the best.
I mean, at least on this one, you can drop some of the noobs.
Yes,
I
I'm not
mean,
saying it's perfect by any means.
it won't be the only thing I'll be dropping him in. I'll be drop kicking some of them. I mean, it's just fuck.
Yeah.
You're trying to attack in this disc. I have 10 points.
10 points. Oh my
I can count
god.
my points with both of my hands, and he's chasing me 85.
Oh, Joe.
who?
Imposter.
Oh, naturally. Well,
He's an
that's all she
imposter.
wrote.
There's nothing sus about this, I can tell you that. Deleting the whole thing's supposed to do, but I mean, I'd like to say, oh, I'm glad he's doing it to everyone, but I don't think I am.
Okay, Leo Falandri, what was that that word that we used to say when people were in no man's land?
Just without.
Just protect.
Yes, that's where Leo Falandri is right now. Because he continues to be a little bit over a minute ahead of the peloton, same distance behind E1. Frabo, is it worth it to keep spending energy trying to get there, or is it too late?
For me, Leo, it's
This climb is
late.
feared by many
Too much
riders.
late.
The percentages are very high.
Too much late for Leo.
Joe, you're gonna say something?
No, I was going to say that imposters are one of the voice chats and I have to join the game while looking.
Okay, so Leo Falandri just passed, and
Why Leo is where they updating Leo? Oh my god. Because he won't be late. He won't be late.
I guess his great friend Guilherme probably said to Finn, "Okay, slow down. It's one more to work," and he's not gonna do it. Once again, and VDB seems like he's gonna take the expenses of working.
Who is MVDB? Which are you talking about?
Belgium, Peloton. He was there for a second.
Which are you talking about? Which group?
Peloton. The group we're watching. See, it's Dan Barra. Sorry.
Okay, no.
I said NVDB, right? Sorry.
NVDB is dominating.
Dembere, yes. Dembere once again exactly being the guy that works. Thing is, yes. It's now over 3 minutes, give or take, and Dembere is putting the pace, but soon we will begin the toughest difficulty in the race. That it will be the first tough difficulty of the race for them. And let's see what's going to happen there. Would you say, Tuan, that you expect the men to be separated from the boys in this first big climb?
Maybe not on the first one. I think this might even be the one where the boys get to the top first because they did poor energy management. But hopefully, by the second last climb, they are just completely dead over the top, and we see that Leo Falandri has one person to help him over the flat part and stay away from everyone.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's usually how it goes anyway. Give me just a second. Blackwater group, I'm being told, had to restart, so we have lost the distinction of being the last group. Thank you for the update. I'll keep you all updated if anything else happens. So right now, 3 minutes, 14 seconds, 2 guys each, yes indeed. Still a few kilometers left until the big first climb of the day. I agree with one's point of view on the situation. I think the first climb they will definitely burn a lot of energy saying "Champion of the World," and eventually they will regret it naturally.
Hopefully.
Bravo. Why do you think they allowed Leo to get back?
You get
Get in the front, I mean.
I think because maybe he private messaged.
Do you think he promised directly to work to help?
Of course. And they said, "Wait me, I will help. I will help." Well, it's only.
He has been helping so far. At least once or twice we were there and Ede was relaying, so I guess he's been keeping his part of the deal. And obviously, even though he is pretty much already qualified, another win would give him a very good moral boost, especially after things started a bit weird for him in the first race, where he still did second, but he completely failed that sprint, which obviously can happen to any one of us. But I think Leo would definitely have a boost in confidence here if he managed yet another win.
Oh my god! in the group of Black Wolf, they crashed it again.
Oh my god.
They are starting the race now. I mean, the group of Team Sosky.
Yeah. That's $200. That's $200 I missed because both the Brits were in my bet and they were eliminated, and then more $400 because I bet them in a certain Brit in this voice chat, and obviously it's just fake money, so I'm kidding, but he fucked me up.
Falling
I
behind! A
indirectly.
team leader is falling behind!
Yes,
Someone
understandable.
else take a picture.
Why Team Sosky? I'm watching Team Sosky. Why he's not pacing? He's pacing 60 heavy.
I mean, he doesn't really have the bars to make it all the way to the top if he paces too hard.
Oh, Ede is gone, so Leo now only has to wheel suck until for as long as the break lasts.
Good morning, guys. How are you? What's happening here?
Oh,
Plating.
so many. I wouldn't even know where to start. Let's just say this has been one of the worst days en road for the World Championships.
Why?
Well,
50-man
bad
downhill
parkours, add bad parkours to noobs playing them, and the result of that is boring as fuck races.
Okay, interesting. What an unexpected thing in first round of classics.
No,
Yeah,
because
three downhill
then,
sprint finishes.
no, like I understand classics is
Yeah,
the look, and obviously it's a draw.
Exactly.
It's a draw of a hat. But at least if the stages are good, there's still some hope left in the world.
That it isn't just a random name out of a hat.
exactly.
So tell me, what's happening in the main group? The group we are.
Leo Falandri bombed the sprint in the first stage, but still managed to get the second place. Guilherme won. Leo found redemption in the second stage, winning it. Guilherme was sixth only. So right now, Leo is pretty much qualified, but is in the three-man break that is still ahead, along with Guilherme and
Can
Finn.
create some gaps.
I would say that there's a few people, like I believe Finn was one of them, that still has a chance. Hold on, I'm getting some updates. But other than that, the most important thing here will be indeed the fight for the second and third place, because I think Leo has his qualification in the pocket. Like I said earlier, it would be good for him to win after not nailing that first sprint in stage one. It would help his morale. It would leave him more calm without unnecessary pressure, and it would help cement his first place in the group and top one, obviously.
Okay, thank you. It's quite a random night, you'd say,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
people obtaining random results.
Yeah, there were quite a few surprises where people that we've been there with them in lobby that we know are good players are getting slaughtered. And as we discussed here for quite a few minutes, even with Mare, Joe as well, the parkours are a big part of why this is the case, and no one in their right mind would choose 3 downhill finishes in round 1 of classics.
Well, I think it will be a random selection of people.
Yeah, but wouldn't you agree that if the parkours were made with
Musowski dead.
Look, if you put round 2 and round 1, everyone is like, I mean, they're still not gonna be happy with the round 2 because you made it like this round 1. But everyone, like, at least the best people will probably get through round 1 because it is a very fair parkour with Dwars voor Vlaanderen. The sprint is a bit shit, but you're gonna get rid of a lot of the noobs. And from to the New Day challenge, all the noobs are gonna be gone.
Yes, and I understand your point, and I think there is only one interesting thing. Like, of course, I think the parkours could be a very, very important topic, but then I remember I will make more than 1,000 euros if Joe Whiteley gets out in first round to Citibank, so I'm actually quite happy. Congratulations, organization.
Actually, Joe is pretty much already out, I think, which is a shame for me as I betted 400 on him. He was on my special bet, so there goes 600. I'm pretty much almost.
400, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, because betting 600 in a lottery is quite a mistake, right?
I mean, obviously, no risk will be 100% accurate. That's why it's called a risk. But it, I thought it was a good move.
Thank you, Joe.
Now,
Thank you. My bank
I
is
would
safe.
like to say that I edited my bet, my special bet, so the whole thing is illegal. So I lose no money.
No.
No, you said that if you edit your bet, it's invalidated. So
now
I
No.
edited my bet
No.
this
No.
afternoon, so it is
No.
invalidated. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Joe, I hope you pass as fourth because I have you in Pixel bet.
No. This is bullshit, right? Like, hello. I like all of a sudden we're allowed to edit bets now.
Of course, no. You are allowed to edit bets before the time runs out, so before 2045, and you are allowed to edit it. Yes, you are.
Yes.
So you edited. You edited the bet or not?
Yes.
I did. I should be disqualified.
So it's fine. It's allowed. The bet is valid.
No, I don't want the bet to be valid. That's
Yeah,
the
I
problem.
understood, but yeah, it's valid. Fuck off. You are poor now.
Actually, I don't need to edit
Yeah,
my bet.
you know, we have a fellow a fellow PCM Spain player joining you in your nickname. We have Choke Fiti and now we have Choke
Okay,
PC.
can we see? Can we comment the groups now? Group
Yeah.
E, Group A, Group E.
No, wait, hold on. We are going
Group
to
E, Group E.
No, Group C. I'm being told by my director we're gonna stay in Group C.
Okay. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, a minute of 20 seconds of silence. Let's
We,
for fun against NVDB against another French player.
Okay,
Let's
sorry.
for fun attacking new sports fan, new sport fan. You can do it.
We have-
You can do it. New sport fan. No, he dead.
guys, we have the first results of the final stage. It is Phil Pixel winning ahead of Aquarius and Sergio.
Sport fan.
What means Aquarius is out, right? Because it was already
Aquarius
last of the
should be
group.
out. Yeah, Aquarius
Watch
is
out,
out.
the team leader is falling
Phil
behind.
Pixel qualifies, I guess, with Quickstep Forever, Bonen, and
What is Emea talking about?
Maker.
He isn't even near the sprint yet. Emea, are you on drugs?
I think that means Phil Pixel actually gets two.
Yeah, he should be through.
And
He gets
Sergio,
120 points for the win. as well.
Sergio gets two too.
Like,
Right?
oh, yeah, then Whiteley put Group P on his stream. Oh, no, he didn't. Group F.
I think
it-
Sergio is in also, if I'm not wrong.
The number 2 of last year's World Championship is also out, Tim Soski. Another seventh place.
He's out. Not he played and he was almost in. He completely did shit. He did more or less.
Yeah,
0
I didn't
points.
say he played well. But also, like, it's just a few downhill sprints. Like,
He
I
was
really
the
say that
second
he's
of
a terrible
the
player
world
just
last
because of
year.
this.
At the end of
Okay,
the day, I
He
think
was second at the world of last year in the biggest luck race there is on the road.
I think
Yes.
that at the end of the day, the Lombardi, the Lombardia race is the less random of them all, and is the one
Yeah,
that puts
there's
more points.
opportunities.
So at least that you still have that. You can still have some equilibrium, let's say, but I don't know if it's enough. And in this group that we are seeing in the center court, Jasper is trying to take the front, right, with 82 guy, trying to get into the guys in the front. Interesting. In the front there is Lomi, Leo, and Guilherme and Finn. Are they all with 82? Yes. So this group will win the stage for almost sure. It's basically impossible that the guys in the back can recover this distance. You are also watching this race, right? In the live stream.
Yes.
Okay. It's basically impossible. So these 4 guys will take into the end, what means probably Slomi, Leo Falandre, and Guilherme will qualify for the next round. What means this group was not that random. Was the expected guys getting to the next round.
You have a news
Yes,
about
but they
Dennis?
really needed this result.
The riders will take full advantage of the incline to get some oxygen
wait,
into
let's-
their lungs.
Okay,
Has Joe
guys.
Wiley
Must
put a
remember
fucking
to
hill
keep their
rider
shape.
in there?
Guys, we'll continue to focus now in center court.
Joe, is that your hill rider? Oh wow.
Well, he's like 20 seconds behind my climber, yeah.
Yeah.
Fail
We'll continue
Pixel,
now to
TST
focus.
Forever, and Kingmaker qualify with Sergio taking P4 in Group G. Official
Yeah, some
classifications.
really weird results that we've been getting all night. Right now, 4 men in the front: Leo Falandri, Slomi, Finn, and Guilherme. 1 minute, give or take. Yes, they are almost done with the downhill. Frabo, is this the winning attack?
Of course, yeah.
Who do you think here has the best shot at winning the sprint? I know you're gonna say Leo, but do you think someone like Guilherme can surprise him again?
Guilherme can surprise him again. I don't think so.
I think it will be random sprint. I don't think that this sprint, the downhill, it's literally lucky to get.
World champion Pifi is officially out.
Yes.
Oh my god! The
Oh!
first win the world.
Colombiano, Marcel and Jakub
Crash in the central court.
Oh,
Who crashed?
again.
Central Court, Group C.
Central
The one-
court is crash, what means they lose all the progress they had.
Oh,
No.
Davi didn't do well in the
Okay.
final sprint.
Mia. Pass. Matthias stream Dennis. Put on streaming Dennis in group page, please. We have to comment it. Pass
In
group page.
Group
Dennis
A,
is doing the amazing. He's a 1 minute in front of all.
In the group of Davi, Group A, it is Boris that wins, John Vino in second, Jeff in third, and sixth for Davi. And we might very well see Davi go out. Davi should
is
be
also
out.
Davi is also out.
Oh my god! What the fuck is happening?
Okay, so
Everyone-
It's a lottery.
Fiti, do you still have something to say? Do you want to enter the parkour the discussion while we're at this?
El Colombiano, Marcel, and Jakub gets to the next round in Pithi group, where Pithi finishes in last position, and
Oh my god!
last position, and Didier Moore got almost no points even to be fourth, so maybe he's out, because that's 105 points is not a lot of points to be honest.
Guys, we are currently watching Nathan's group in the
Yes, Dennis 1 minute in front.
55 seconds. Yes, around 1 minute indeed.
How do you watch it?
Joke of a game.
You have to go to the.
I'm the only one who's good enough to survive with the punch, but because, well, I mean, it's just a downhill sprint. You just
You have to go to the actual Twitch that is broadcasting it, or else you will be seeing in delay in the IMA Twitch.
Seriously,
Okay.
what am I supposed to do? I've clearly
Dennis
been
is
the
aiming.
clearly the best player when everyone else has one rider and I have my puncher somehow.
Yeah, you get fucked.
But it doesn't matter because the stage is rubbish. How am
It
I
is
supposed to
Grootmeister's Twitch fan.
Many people around the world can also celebrate, as Daniel Miko is out of the next round too.
Celebrate good times.
I mean, I
come
would
on.
celebrate, but I know it's a fucking lottery, so who the fuck cares?
I'm curious about watching Dennis.
Still,
Dennis
it
is
can
doing
be a
impossible.
funny lottery or an unfunny lottery.
Yes, and
Yeah, of
I
course.
had already told viewers that are you not now it's you that is not paying attention. We continue in group page, just like I said. We are in Nathan's group as well as Dennis' group, and Dennis still has 1 minute lead over
Yeah, he did it.
Nathan, and I don't know who the other guy is.
Frabo, send me the
Good.
link in private, please.
It's group
The link of
stream.
what?
You can
The
see in the
link of-
Game Center lobby.
Is Groot not streaming in PCM 2020 category?
Okay, here we go. The Russian, whoever it was dropped. Now Groot trying to follow Nathan's wheel. Dennis has the stake in the back.
Nathan won.
Oh, it's Amigo Man. Amigo Man rejoins. Let's see.
GG
Dennis
Dennis.
wins. Nathan is
Nathan.
second. Root Mars is
Nathan.
third.
Nathan?
And
I don't know.
yes,
No,
Oh, second
Nathan
place.
second.
I think
Nathan's
Nathan
second.
is still eliminated. Not sure.
I will tell you really quick. I have here all the results, and I will tell you really quick.
Wait. We have a last minute update. Before you do that, I'm being told that
Nathan is out.
Alvisi has guaranteed qualification, so the jury can sleep better this night. Sorry.
So you want group of Groot? Groot is in next round. Amigo Man is in next round, and Dennis is on the next round as Grandpa finishes. No, Edeka finishes ahead of Grandpa by a small point. No, for fourth place. Yes, or Nathan. I don't know. Fourth place is not sure, but next round is sure. Grootmeister, Amigo Man, and Dennis are on next round.
In Group E, I'm gonna guess it's Janu Jijs. And the winner of Alder versus iFlash is iFlash. So Jijs, Janu, iFlash go through in Group E.
Yes. Correct. We can confirm it.
Wait, did you group R already end, Joe?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did. He got fucked in the
I was
sprint.
the only one good enough to survive with the puncher, and I get punished because, well, how can you sprint in an 8-man lobby when everyone's just completely...
Everyone was wide on the road, and the puncher just couldn't find a gap to go through.
I was actually going to make a space for my client, but then I'd get punished for using 4 on 6 queues. So
in Group F, TCM surprises everyone, or not, because he's a great player.
I mean, it's a bullshit sprint. Everyone
I
finished on the
wouldn't
same
say
line.
great player. I would say
I'm joking.
Player.
It takes first place. Evert also passes the round, and the third place between the tank and Giordano goes for the tank. Tank gets third place.
Guys, we are.
Giordano.
The cycling manager, Evert, and the tank in next round.
The cycling manager, Evert, and the tank. Oh my god. So I got.
Emea, when you are in the lobby, okay?
Big surprise, Aquarius is out.
Guys, we are currently live on Group D. We are currently live on Group
I'm
D.
not looking forward to playing tomorrow.
We will be there until C starts again, yes.
It starts again, oh my god. Group D, okay.
Group D would be, let me see. Group D is Blackwater, yes.
What do you want? So, how many groups are still racing now?
3, I believe. No, there's Blackwaters, there's the Tomas group, and there is Central Court.
Yep. That's right.
Aquarius is out. Incredible.
Frabo, I don't know why you're surprised.
Frabo, just let Frabo.
Please
If
do
you
that,
just put
man,
8 people in the randomizer and you click it once, that's like what this parkour is.
Okay, stop. I'm going to ask for some silence so I can contact to our director. Yes, Emea, do that. We are going to have some of the interviews starting as we speak because most groups are finished. And we do want to hear about the winners and losers of the day. And since we already have Joe here, first of all, how did your last race end? What was your specific position?
I don't know. I think I came 5th, but with the climb. I mean,
okay.
I may have said it 3 times already. People probably would have heard, but I was the only one who actually managed to survive with the puncher. But I mean, what's the point? You have the puncher, but when there's so many players in such a bad finish like that, I mean, you may as well have flipping Antonio Nibali trying to sprint. Pointless.
Uh,
Pointless.
would you say that the parkours are the main responsible for the
Well, I
situation?
mean, obviously.
I know you're unhappy about this,
Because look,
and
you look at the Champions League. You look
What's
at
the point of
Champions League.
asking the question? To be honest, like you can already hear that they outplayed them, and then you ask the question anyway. Like
no. Sometimes the question
no.
needs to follow up with another
No.
question to elaborate.
okay,
You look at the Champions League classics. Did anyone complain about the parkours?
No.
Not really. Look at that final. I couldn't have really named. Maybe one or two people might have been missing from that final. Who deserved to be in that final? One or two. I can probably name one or two people who probably actually deserve to be in the next round, let alone one or two people not to be in the next round. You know what I'm saying? So it's a shame though, because the organisation is good, and I definitely think this is a key.
It is.
This is a key thing to remember, that actually, technically, the organisers are not responsible for this. It's an organiser who is responsible for this.
We've talked about this, but we weren't doing the full-fledged interview yet, so I'm going to ask you one more time for those still watching and those that have arrived and didn't hear the first time we talked about this. Would you say that situations like this, as well as many others, would finally be resolved if UCI organized competitions adopted? No, you still think it wouldn't?
Because it's their World Cup. They have 100% the right to do whatever they want to do. That's completely
Okay.
That's not an issue.
That's not an issue. I'm not.
It's
okay.
their World Cup.
Well,
It's
hold
not,
on.
It's not PCM's World Cup or PCM's World Cup. It's their World Cup that they.
All right.
I have my trust. That's why I voted for them. I have my trust in them doing it. And
Joe, how do you look?
Yeah.
Yes, I understood your
the
point.
organization is very, very good.
No, I agree with that. I'm not knocking down the organization. We all know that there's one member of it that was too stubborn to listen to someone else. I mean, those are things that happen in an organization. My personal opinion about the issue is that pre-established rules for certain things, not all of them, because the organization still has to have their own identity, would help. You disagree. I completely respect that. But since we are in the topic, we are going to listen to Ivar. Ivar, good night.
Good night. Well,
Ivar, talk to us. You've been hearing us, I think. You know what's being said. Would you like to add something?
yeah, I heard a couple of minutes, and I mean, yeah, it's no doubt that this night has been hard for us, and we have clearly
A courageous rider is
failed
looking
as
to break away.
organizers here. But I think it's important to have some diversity. Like people are completely right when they're complaining about the second race, the hill race. That race did not work the way we were expecting. And the tests we did was in lobbies with 5 or 6. I guess that's the reason why it turned out to be completely different compared to now when you had groups of 8 and 9.
Let me just interrupt for 2 seconds, Ivar, just to remind those that are still with us that we are back to Center Court Group C. Please go on, Ivar.
Yeah. The second race was a complete miss, no doubt about it, and that's our fault. And I don't know how we could have done it different, except of course we should have done more tests with big lobbies, I think. But you never know how people will play in the World Cup. And I was following some of the streams, and when people are relaying all the time and never letting the pace go down, it's all just steady pace. It's easy to survive, and it was complete chaos. So that's bad, of course. But when it's
quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. One quick question. Who on God's good name and why thought that it was a good idea in round 1 of Classics, where the least experienced players are gonna be a lot of them, and they're going to be very aggressive because they don't have the same skill that most of us do. Good or bad players, we know the basics. So who thought that in those circumstances it would be for the best to have 3 downhill finishes in one night?
Yeah, well, when you look at it that way, of course, it sounds very obvious. But individually, I think both Gyllene Gutue and Lombardia is good races. The Lombardia, it's really hard, and you could see in some groups the good players really use the hard parkour to make big difference, where the new players had no chance at all. And then there are other groups. I don't know. Maybe it was wind. Maybe it was just the circumstances doing it like it's a big sprint. But like the Lombardia parkour is so hard that there shouldn't be a big group if the good players are playing well.
All right, thank you, Ivar. And once again, we would like to thank you for what's been a great World Championship so far. Today was not the best day. I'm going to say it from my own opinion, because I have to admit, watching at some of these groups today was simply boring. There was no other way to put it. However, I think you guys have been doing a great job, and everyone makes mistakes. I don't think this night will ruin the entire championship, and I have full faith that we're going to have one of the most fun championships here this year.
Thanks. I see we will do some re-evaluation. Tomorrow it will be the same stages. We will not change between the rounds.
Naturally,
But we will look over the calendar again and maybe do some changes. We will see.
Ivor, let me just thank you for actually being here, for taking the time to respond to our questions. Not all organizers would do that. Some would probably hide while people were raging or whatever you want to call it until they calm down. You were frontal, honest. You came here. You answered our questions. Thank you so much, man.
No problem. See you.
See ya. Okay, we go back to the race because I don't think we have anyone for interviews right now, but we are hoping to get someone from Group C later on. So, Group C, Joe Whiteley, Frabo, Tuan. Tell me, guys, after after a crash, especially when there were 4 people in the front, do you guys think that it's gonna? Obviously, it's going to upset those who are in the front, but do you think they are going to lose focus?
We have seen who the best players in the lobby are, and I think they will be determined to make sure it happens again. And the others should be paying better attention to what is going to happen.
Trouble? Trouble that?
Frabo's got dinner booked.
Trouble's what?
Frabo's got his dinner booked in.
Oh, naturally. Joe, what's your opinion? What's your take?
What was the question? Sorry,
I was saying that after these guys were in the front and the game crashed, do you think some of them that were in the front that feel frustrated, will they lose focus?
Off playing stage 2, I don't think they can get very much more frustrated than that. So off the back, no. I would like to think they would be they wouldn't be frustrated with a restart.
All right, thank you, Emil. We'll talk about this in the interviews. Yes, Joe, carry on, sorry.
Obviously, everyone's frustrated with the restart, but I don't think it would necessarily affect it.
All right. As we see 12 players in the break, 1 minute and 26 seconds. We have Finn, then Barrett finally in the break. Wow. Guillermo, Slomy, and I think that's it. Why attack with 2 men here? Why attack with just 2 men here? Wouldn't 3 be a safer number? Joe?
I just wouldn't attack at all with 2.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, who was it who went off the front again?
What, before the crash?
No, who's gone off the front now with the 2 riders?
Finn.
I mean, because I actually went off the front with 2 rides here, but that's because I also had 2 rides doing the portal.
Finn,
Because
Finn, sorry.
I attacked with both my climbers.
Hey, man, can you show us Finn's 2 riders, please?
I attacked with both my climbers.
It is the Puncher, no, the 77 Sprinter and the Puncher, yes. Thank you, man. Interesting. To say the very least.
Well, I mean, we didn't really have breakaways, but I know I was up towards the front with my 2 main climbs on this because Imposter was doing some imposter stuff. But on that main climb in the middle, I did actually go clear. But I actually attacked quite a lot, but I attacked enough to drop everyone else's punches, but to make the race hard enough to drop everyone's punches, but keep my own. This is what I was talking about. Me probably should have been deserving to win that race because of that. But what can you do?
So right now, if tomorrow goes pretty much as today went, even if the stages get better as we progress to round 2 of Classics, would you say that the few good surviving players are pretty much gonna have the final within their easy reach?
The final?
Yeah, I mean, after passing this stage and from stage 2 onwards, there's more.
I mean, there's more competent parkours at least to save them.
Yes. Okay.
But I mean, it's still 4 rounds before the final.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, let me rephrase it in a way that you understand what I meant. Would you say that their path to the final becomes much easier now?
I mean, after the casualties of tonight, I think if you're one of the top players and you've gone through tonight, you'd be thinking, "Wow, I've got a good chance of going on getting a podium or getting a medal in Classics," because the amount of people who potentially would have got a medal who have gone out because of the parkours, you'd be very happy with yourself, I'd presume.
Yeah, I guess it's a morale booster. Meanwhile,
I know I would be. If
yeah,
I was
absolutely.
in that situation.
The thing is, wait, I'm seeing something here. Not particularly the best resolution, Emma. Okay, here we go. Oh my. Seven-man sprint in Giordano's group for Lombardia. There's an 8 behind the main 7, but they are all in the fucking finish line.
Yes.
Yeah, and that man behind the rest of them is my puncher.
No, I think this is another lobby.
No,
this is Giordano.
There is another lobby, I think, with I Love Genie, where the same thing happened. 7 wide. No,
that is Giordano's lobby. I Love Genie, that's Giordano's lobby. Yeah, that's my puncher behind.
Oh,
wait, isn't there a second lobby where this exact same thing happened?
No, this lobby. What?
No, Pithy's lobby.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But Pithy put it in the same channel.
Okay.
Would you say, looking at a picture like this, that picture speaks more than 1,000 words?
Yes.
All right.
Anyway,
thank you very much for the information.
Guys, have a good rest of the stream.
Good night, Juan. Thank you, and thank you for being here.
Thanks.
You were awesome tonight. Thanks, man. 9 man, 51 seconds. This break is about to end sooner or later, naturally. See that Mara has a 78 mountain guy there. Leo Falandria is the one chasing for some bizarre reason. I mean, he doesn't really need to. He did a first place and a second place. I think even if he wanted to, he couldn't be eliminated at this point. But I guess he wants to cement his first place and be on the top spot as number
this climb
one
features some dreadful
of the plot.
percentages.
Can someone send me the World Championship trailer, please?
I don't really have it. Maybe Emma, do you have it? If so,
Urgent need.
it's an urgency. Please. Oh, Ivar. Let me ask Ivar. Joe, keep an eye on the race while I do this, please.
Mm-hmm.
And
See gear, mate, and slow, mate. Making a move. And then that and Finn following. Who else is in the peloton? So Leo's chasing Lennox. Okie. I saw a couple of the punch riders in the front group. Interesting.
yeah,
I don't know who else. Tim Rollins, I guess, is the puncher.
I think he is. Yes. So everyone's still with 3 men, or someone already lost guys? No, they did. Guessing everyone is down to 2 men at this point. Yeah, you guys and me. Joe, would you be a proponent of shortening stages like this? Because when they're played like this, even better ones, but there's a lot of dead time in there where nothing's going on.
To be honest, I just want to pick this in Lombardy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to get myself a hold of the trailer.
Yeah, I asked Ivar, didn't reply. And Matt, if you have it, please send it to Joe, thanks.
Or even if you just know where it is, and I can just go search for it myself.
Yeah, Matt, are you listening?
I'm guessing it's going to be on the YouTube PCM.
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm hacking. Is it there? No, it's not there.
Ivar said he was gonna send it. Do you have it?
No,
Isn't it in IMA?
no.
I'm Joe, keep an eye on the race again. I think I got what I was asking. Ivar, thank you, Ivar.
That's half the race done. There should be a lot more movement from now on in.
Did you see it?
Yes. Why did you ask me to do that? I had no idea what you were gonna do. Okay. So here we go. You can, I suppose, you can do that and help me call this race as we are about to reach the first big climb of the day. Actually, I really hope you do so because I will need to take 2 minutes. Be right back. Viewers, you will stay in the safe and salty hands of Joe Whiteley.
Hey. Not necessary.
I was joking. Be right back.
So, still Leo in the front. Not a surprise, really. Taking control of the race. Still got a breakaway, just under 2 minutes ahead, it seems. As we approach the main climb, Rui Costa is it? I'm guessing there's going to be fresh legs behind in the peloton for Leo. It's only used Pisho and Hofstetter now. He's going to have probably 4 riders at his disposal for this climb. Be interesting to see if he actually does try to work for the puncher here. Most of them are in E1 though, so if Leo does survive with the puncher, I think he'll be the only one to survive. As we see now, Guilherme up in the pace. Is he going to try and bridge to those riders in E1, I wonder? He needs to get that gap. He's got the gap. Who's going to take on the chasing behind in the peloton? I think is that Leo Philandri and Slomi. Slomi is coming along. I think Leo is likely near the front with Finn also coming across. This breakaway is now doomed. A little split in the peloton as well as the pace is up.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Now we see Guilherme really pushing on now with Pinto, the 82 mountain goal. Leo Philandri caught out a little bit, but I think he should be fine. I think if he keeps his 4th rider over the top of the climb, he should have no issues coming back here. But I think he's going to be down to 3 like everyone else. Dembe in a very good position here. Has 3 riders. Guilherme, they're really pushing on here. Looks like Finn's about to lose his 3rd teammate along with Dembele. So everyone with 2 guys. And I wonder if Leo Philandri is going to keep that 3rd rider. And Finn is now down to 1 rider. Wow. Putting all his eggs in one basket now. As we see Slowly and Dembele still with 2 riders. And here we go, Leo with the 3rd rider still, so clearly with an upper hand, even though he has been dropped. He has now lost that teammate, but he's definitely going to have more bars, I presume, with the leader. Dembele now loses his 2nd guy, Guilherme loses his 2nd guy. So it's only going to be slowly, and I think Leo is just slow enough to survive with his 2nd guy. Yes, and he does. So I think everyone is going to get back with 2 riders. Finn is pushing on in the descent. And we are going to go over to Blackwall Stream because they are in the last kilometre here. So if a mayor is going to change, here we go. In the last 10 kilometres. Roman Bardet looks like someone's got a massive advantage in E1. Massive advantage. As we see Blackwall in a 2nd group here, trying to attack across. Trying to follow Steiner, I think that is. And the Spanish person, I think, is Zapata. So Bardet onto the wheel now as Steiner and Zapata. Is he going to hang on here? I think he will. But they're going to be fighting for 4th place at best because the winner is the French rider, I think is that Gabby. I think it is Gabby. Second and third, going to be battled out between Powerby and someone else who I couldn't quite catch who it was. As we come down now for the sprint for fourth position, this could decide who goes through. So it's Powerby versus Tetrix Net with a very good performance, and it's going to be him who takes second in front of Powerby. And the sprint for fourth is going to be won by Steiner, nope, the Ukrainian rider. And then Steiner in fifth, Zapata in sixth, and Blackwall in seventh. So with that then being decided out, we'll be going back to the original group here. As we see a little bit of a lull in the action. People really trying to save the energy with the 80 mountain guy. Lenak still trying to get back on. He's actually pulling Leo Flanders' third guy here. Interesting to note.
The rider is looking to give the pack the slip.
Leo does get his third rider back. We see Guillermo going off the front again. He's going to be chased down by Slomi and Femi. Interesting moves going along here. Personally myself, I wouldn't attack on this false flat because people who are taking the wheels get a massive advantage, especially if the wind is strong. Let's see if that's the case for Guillermo, if he's going to pay for these efforts on the next climb. Certainly he's used up more energy with the secondary climb doing that attack, and Slomi was also taking up the pace here as per use a little bit more.
David Godu is off.
And he's now attacked Thibaut Pinot and David Goudou onto the attack, but he doesn't get a gap, and he's slowed up straight away because of that. So it's everyone pretty much with two riders, and I think there is one player with just the single rider. So we move on now pretty much to the probably the hardest climb of today really. Not quite as long as that big one in the middle, but definitely the ratio of percentages to the length of the climb definitely makes it a harder race. So now Slomi taking it up on the front. Leo Flanders chilling at the back of the race here, wanting to conserve as much energy as possible. Slomi taking a lot of wind here. Must be very confident in his yellow bars here.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
They are with three riders, but obviously we know Rudy Millard is probably not going to survive much longer. And there we go. It's exactly as I said. Dropped immediately. Slowly goes again. Followed by Guillermo. Leo Flanders. I wonder if he's going to keep this second rider again. I think he will.
Falling behind! A team leader is falling behind!
So we approach the top of the climb now. Leo Flandre are really going for this now to try and catch up to the.
As they go over the top, the riders breathe a sigh of relief and hope to recover a bit on the way down.
And as we approach the penultimate climb here, really, Leo Flandre in the driving seat with an extra teammate, Yemin and slowly out front. Dembele is also there, his secondary rider, but I wonder if he's actually gonna survive much longer. He doesn't. So it's up to Leo Flandre to chase this now. Jan Matan, Roman Bardet on his wheel.
Okay, I am back. I apologize for the delay, but real life. Thank you. Real life did call. So how are we going here?
So
2 men in the front.
So 82 mountain riders except Leo, who has the teammate.
Interesting.
And Stormy out front, relaying well together.
33 seconds too soon, I guess, because Leo is about to join the party. Finn desperately trying to stay with Leo, and he manages so far. Dembele is still a bit behind. And 5 of them are back together.
He's going to strike again. Is it Leo going out? Yep, Leo Flandre goes. Leo Flandre
goes.
I really do wonder if
Bardet's off.
going to want to chase this.
It's
Are they going to want to chase it?
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Dembele as well. Finn decides to go again, and we have Slomi and someone else I didn't see. It's Batistine arriving. So 6 men. I don't know who's the 7th behind. It is Lenak. Oof, not looking good for Finn.
So Finn and Dembele are really suffering now.
Yeah.
Everyone is on low energy other than Leo Flandre.
Leo doing his work. He also managed to keep his helper out a bit longer.
Oh, I am
Attacked by
back.
Bardet.
I was
No problem.
Straight onto this.
You're having dinner, I guess? Ooh, red car of doom.
yes. Okay.
Dembele tries to follow. Dembele has
O'Neill
been very...
Why Dembele is pacing on the O'Neill? He's spending a lot.
Dembele has been very
Acceleration
Daniel
by
Nico
Pino.
tonight, chasing everything, pacing a lot. Definitely might come back to hurt him in a stage like this.
I really think the Deconic Quickstep French guy has the second most amount of energy here. Although he's pacing on the front for some strange reason. Maybe he senses that he's got more energy. Because he's the only one who hasn't really put in a dig yet, and he hasn't done any choosing.
And there goes Leo.
Leo goes. Again.
Bardet's off.
Definitely trying to get a gap that sticks. Get them straight onto him. They might have a chance to relay here, but Dembele yet again one of the first to respond. Slomi in his wheel, Batista on the left side, Finn on the right side. I did not see if... Okay, there Finn is indeed keeping up.
I'm more curious to see who will relay behind, because Dembele is all the time, and I'm not.
I think Dembele's done.
I think Dembele
I
might.
think if this pace continues, he's not going to make it.
Yeah, I think this might be all she wrote for Dembele. Made an excessively aggressive race, but he goes again.
There he goes, but
I don't think it. I really think he's gonna pay for this effort if he keeps going
just
like
going to
this.
make it, is he?
He did. He did.
No, he
Guillermo
hasn't.
seemed.
I don't think he
Guillermo
has.
seemed to be in
Finn
trouble. No,
goes, Slomy goes.
Finn, slow me.
PCM
Oh,
registering that as a gap, and they've all been, well, luckily, they've all been
but Leo
saved by.
Falandri
This
has an
downhill
entire
will allow the
descent
riders
here
to
to
recover
not
from their
only
earlier
recover
efforts.
and energy.
This is just simply who wants to work behind. If they get an organised chase,
Oh,
Leo
but
doesn't win this.
Finn keeps a pace.
He has to do.
They will be. But I also think that Leo is mathematically qualified.
Attack
I
by
think
Emmanuel
Yes, yes.
so.
Bourgeois.
They can let him go.
They can, but they don't want to because some of
They
them
might
would
need the
fancy.
points.
Yeah, they need the 100 points for sure to have a shot
120
at
points.
qualifying.
120 with this Mickey Mouse system, yes.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Even more, they need these
Pino's
points for
off.
sure.
And it's 40 less points if you get second.
Especially Guillermo, because although he did win the first, which was 80 points, he then did 6. So precarious situation if he doesn't get a good
So we
result
know
there.
Leo has probably the most energy here.
Indeed.
But I don't think
Kinda,
I think it's going to come
I think
down to
Guilherme now can attack.
kinda
luckily
hoping
for
to see what Batistan can do because
15
he
kilometers
hasn't
to the
worked
finish line.
much, he hasn't
Dembele
done much.
Things are hotting up at the front.
slow me straight onto it. Finn onto it,
You-
Leo onto it, Guilherme onto it.
Oh, but Batistan is not able to keep it. He's 19 seconds behind. Let's see if he
Get
can
back
make
in.
it. Let's see.
Dembele goes
Well,
again.
Dembele goes again.
Slow me chase.
And they keep on attacking.
Deja
Anyone
vu.
that's low on gas
Team goes again,
definitely
Leo goes
won't
again.
be able to
It's
keep up.
exactly deja vu.
Watch out, a team
Oh,
leader is
and
falling
there goes
behind.
Guillermo as well.
Only 10 kilometers left.
He's going to get away with it. It's exactly the same attack as last time.
I think
No
Leo
one-
at that's the will of Guilherme. No.
None of the main favorites is giving an inch, as per Cycling Manager itself would say.
What about this is spacing? He is a noob.
He's going to attack? No? Yes? No.
Look at everyone in Leo's field though.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if
We
he just
have-
went 0.
Dembele, then Finn, Guillermo, slow
5
me.
kilometers to the finish
Oh,
line.
there goes Finn! There was Finn! Finn launches the attack!
Oh, too soon. I think too soon.
It's in such
Let's see.
percentages
Well
that the strongest can create
Let's see if
some
he has the
gas.
energy.
Leo's
Oh
very
my,
well
this will be.
Leo is very well positioned here.
Oh, and there goes Leo. Leo ramps up the pace. He knows he has the win in the hand. All he needs.
The guy is dying.
Bardet goes onto the attack.
And there he goes. But everyone continues to not give him 1 inch
There we go.
He
The
needs
sprint
to
is
put-
on. The riders are setting themselves up.
as we prepare the
finishing line is at
sprint.
the bottom of
5
the slope.
guys.
It's the
Batista
final
got
moment of
dropped. Leo
excitement.
Falandri is sprinting. Everyone together. But oh, let's see. Leo's gonna take it. No.
A
It's
really powerful
think
sprint
Dembele,
finish to claim a
Dembele.
great
Dembele,
victory.
Guillermo,
We're waiting for the back
Finn,
markers who appear to be fairly numerous in this
Batista.
I think
difficult
the
race.
qualified are Dembele, Guilherme, and Leo.
I believe so. Pinot is Guillermo.
Pinto is Guilherme, yes.
Bardet is Slow-Me, so I guess Latour is Batistan. That does the 6th. Luna closes in 7th.
So, is Romy out? Another February.
Qualified. I think that with this win, Dembele seals it, and Leo was already qualified, so Finn might have a shot here at 4th place.
many how many guys are watching us now?
So
I believe it was six. We have 60 viewers watching. Thank you to everyone for sticking around. We had quite a rough night when it comes to crashes. The races weren't, all of them weren't exciting. We had an interesting ending here, but I still think it could have been far more exciting
I
with a different
can't
parkour.
believe what I just see. I can't believe what I just see.
What is it?
Dembele winning. I mean Dembele.
Ah,
You see how this Lombardia finish. Basically, you see how not meritocratic is this route because Falandri indeed was the one who raced very well, and he was close 20-second gap in descent.
and he
Demberre,
ended fourth.
Demberre, and then is not is fifth for this Pinot. Demberre was the guy who spent too much energy to chase the others, and in the end it wins. So
It's just it's been a very typical night of racing. I mean that's all we can say. But at the end of the day, Leo still qualifies. I think Guilherme is also
yes,
safe,
but
and
this route wasn't good. As I told you, I told also the world organizers after the PCM Ita Cup that this Lombardia was not as good as it was 2 years before because the game dynamic
by the
changed.
way, for those that never heard the myth, we are what we are hearing right now with us. Press TM EMEA 90.
So
EMEA, keep going.
I told them maybe it's better that if you want this race to maybe worth something, to put the finish of the on the last climb. They discussed it and then they kept it as it is. But I saw tonight the second stage was absolutely a total shame. It's unworthy of the World Cup giving points on a stage like this, in my opinion, because you had you see what you had. You had the sprint that starts downhill and that two turns. So basically, when you have a turn in PCM, it's like reshuffling the peloton randomly. So the second stage was could have been good if you put that they finish 2 or 3 kilometers after, but not in this way. And also, I think it was a bad stage because you see some riders having weird bends in the turns. So I don't know. I think it was not a good idea at that stage.
You think San Sebastian is better?
No, with San Sebastian last year was bad because, and I told you to the organizer, we totally missed the stage last year in first round classic. Do not make the same mistake, and they made the same mistake because
I think
Uh,
it was better.
Emma, could you get some of the center court guys here for an interview if possible? See if someone is willing to talk. We are also waiting on the confirmation of final results for this group, and then as we do that, I'll see those that are sorry already counted, and we'll remind everyone watching of the results we currently have closed. Let's see. We have Group A NVDB first, as we already knew. John Vino second, Boris third, Daniel Miko fourth, 115.
there are still
Uh,
17 people watching. Apparently,
Davi, what? Sorry.
there are still 17 people watching. There is Ghosty, there is
Indeed,
Nuvi,
indeed.
there is Lomi, there is Tetrixnet, Toenu, Streamer
Thank you all
Saria.
for watching.
Guillermo is watching while he's playing. Commander Root, Captain Blind.
I'm there,
First of all,
guys.
first of all, I would like to congratulate Guilherme because after that sixth place, he was in a very hard position, but he kept his cool. He did a good work, and the second place, I'm pretty sure he passes. So
Keep hard.
congratulations to
We have a classification.
congratulations to Guilherme and VDB, and I believe Leo, obviously. So I'm going to give you the final classification for this group. As it is right now, and it is confirmed, we have the following. Leo Falandri leading the group 190 points, final classification. Dembere 188, 2 points behind. Guilherme third place 178, 10 points behind Dembere. Slomi 140, Finn fifth 105, Jasper 670, Batistan 65, and last place goes for Lenac 20 points.
So I have a bad news for everyone. The Goat is out today, and I'm speaking about Grandpa, of course.
Wait, sorry, didn't hear that?
The Goat is out, and I'm speaking about Grandpa.
Ah, naturally.
Sorry
Also,
for,
Daniel Mico is out.
but
Yes, that was a celebration time. Come on. So, Group B, El Colombiano, Marcel, and Jakub are the three that passed. Fourth place, D. D'Amore, Burgerstein fifth, Pierre sixth, Goga seventh, and the shock of the night, last place of Group B, Pihi, 58 points compared to El Colombiano's 265. I think nothing else needs to be said. We go to Group D, I believe. Final results as well. We have Yais 180 points, Yanu 115, iFlash 85 in third, uh, Alder FDZ 85 in fourth, so tiebreaker. Then Frico, Kobe, Tim Zalski. This one of the disappointments of the night. And then uh, Aziavzance and Chris, also known as Red Sport Fan, ends last with 12 points. Very a typical group, I would say. Uh, and I was seeing the wrong classification. It's even worse. Timzowski is actually last. Frico second last, then Kobe, Aviazance. Chris manages to get a fifth. First, second, and third are guys Yanu and iFlash. That is confirmed. Group F, we have final results as well. TCM shocks the world by winning the group 215 points. Everett second 178. I Love Genie third 143. The Tank is out. Then Giordano fifth, Vance Kurgan sixth, Imposter seventh, and Joe Whiteley last place with 40 points. Another shocker there. We continue to
Yes.
Group G. Wait, Trevor, I'm just gonna give the last three groups and then we can talk about these results. QST Forever leads the group with 160 points. Kingmaker second. Holy Cools passes with 80 points, same as the fourth place Sergio. Failed Pixel comes after. Tiho and Aquarius last place. No, sorry, these are outdated results. I believe. Okay, these are the final results. Not that they are that much different. QST Forever does win. Failed Pixel is second. Kingmaker third. Sergio fourth. Holy Cools fifth. Aquarius sixth, and Tiho last place 60 points. Another bad night for the Dutch. Uh, Group H final results are Groot wins his group 240 points. Then his second 180, Amigo Man third 150. Nathan C. Goddard 117 might be one of the best fourth places. Let's see. Portuguese Edeka 100 points in fifth. Grandpa sixth. And Reda seventh. Awesome, greatest, the best in the world, Max Born, 1954, does 38 points, and in last place, Sor 73, 12 points. And finally, Group I, which I believe also has final standings, it does indeed. Mendes first, Alvisi second, so 235 points for Mendes, 190 Alvisi, Fefe third 170, Tuku fourth 143, Dissection is fifth, Morty sixth with 70 points, Tomasz seventh with 63 points, the Polak eighth with 20 points, Fromage did not finish, 0 points. Provo, you were gonna say, because we have quite some interesting results here, some shocks as well.
So, can you make a top three of your of the biggest surprises here?
Joe Whiteley, Tim Zosky, Aquarius, Pihi.
Say the
I'm
top
already
three.
going fourth. Okay, top three. I would
David,
say Pihi,
PC,
Joe
Whiteley,
Whiteley, and
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Me too. PC, Joe Whiteley, and Aquarius. Then I will
Definitely.
say Davi, Kimsowski. Kimsowski only because he was second last year, not because he is a strong player. He was second last year, and yeah. And also Ash, I'm surprised also about Ash.
What about some of these? I'm gonna say random players because I don't know them that have been winning groups or being in the second places and such.
So anyone else to interview? We interviewed Finn already.
Uh, is
Hello.
Finn here? Hello, Finn.
Yeah, I'm there.
Finn, that wasn't the best night at the office.
Definitely not.
What would you say went wrong for you?
Well, the first stage, I can definitely explain what went wrong for me. In the test run in the afternoon, I played with Giordano and some guys, and we had a very, very tough race there. So it was definitely the 81 Cull guy who was the guy to go for this race. So I also worked the whole race for him in the really try today. And but our race went fucking slow. So if I would have protected my other two guys that are way much faster in the sprint better, I would definitely have a better chance. So in the end, the guys dropped my 77 sprinter and also my puncher, so I had only my 81 cover guy left, who was had the chance in the sprint against 77 guys, because others made it better.
There's been a lot of talk of the parkours this night. Not only here in the booth, but a little bit all over Discord as well, and several other places where the community members give their opinions. What do you think about them? We've seen some very weird results, weird endings, three downhill finishes. Would you say that they damaged the most experienced players?
Well, it was really more luck than I would like in a first round of classics, as still normally the best classics guy should win the World Cup in the end. I like kind of these races. Lombardia is normally a pretty cool race, also with this downhill finish, because you can make difference in the end. Before our crash, we had Slow me, and Guilherme and Leo 1 minute up the road. We would have definitely won this. So you can make differences there. But the second one, I mean, everyone rode passive and just hoped that his sprint go well. I tried to attack with two guys, Leo catched up and didn't even work when he had three. Or he did, but I don't know. I didn't notice it and all catch up, and yeah. The second one was really not a good choice. The first one is okay. I think it is only a bit down, and the last one you can make differences while playing when you play good, in my opinion.
Okay, goals for the rest of the World Championships.
Thanks.
So I have an announcement.
Yes, please.
PCM Italia, NCL, PCM Dumbardi, and PCM Spain leaves the PCM IMA and found the PCM Super League. Nah, just kidding.
uh, Before you go, Finn, just tell me: do you have any specific targets, goals for the rest of the competition?
Well, I already parsed the first rounds in ITT, TTT, and inline. Maybe would like to pass all the first round in tour. Normally, I wanted to pass all first rounds, and this was my only goal. Now I'm out in classics, but hey, just try
Uh,
to pass first round of tour, and then I'm happy.
all right, congratulations on passing yesterday. I think you will still find good results in the future as well. Thank you for being here, Finn. I have a breaking news at this point. May I was joking, but I am receiving confirmation that several communities are discussing a new association to represent them. Uh, I, they said, and I quote, "We want actual stages."
For me, IMA is good. For me, IMA is good.
It is. We're joking,
Honestly,
man.
for me, IMA is good. I don't like the president too much, but for me,
Obviously, obviously.
There
it's a
can
good
there can be
association. If I have to be
soon
honest.
news about that.
About what? Presidency?
Yes, expecting news
Uh,
soon.
I haven't turned my application yet, so you should give me a heads up if you plan to leave. No, but I hope Emil sticks around for a bit more. Some nights reminds us that he should indeed stick around for a bit more. Maybe take a vacation, but not leave forever. So Emil, do you want to tell us what we should expect from these news?
No,
A little hint.
there will be a communication when it's time, and when I brought it. So for the moment, let's say thing as it is. We
Will
reached.
this be in the same day that you choose a fourth IMA member, international member?
Nah, at this point. So we are live since 3 hours and 27 minutes.
Yes, I think we have finished our interviews. I think we can close it. We will be back tomorrow for Classics Round One, Day Two.
Yes,
Yours
possibly
truly, the biggest of all dogs, will compete, will get squashed, and life will go on.
probably with
Uh,
hopefully with enough for another streamer tomorrow that I need a rest day, but let's see.
let's see, because today was very hard to stream for me to cast. First of all, I was tired. Second of all, what I was watching was boring as hell. Uh,
Yeah, also was boring
Look
for
at
me.
guys. Look at
Tomorrow
shit
is
posting.
tomorrow a
Look at
grande
shit
frabo
posting.
playing. A
Wait,
grande,
shit posting.
It's like funny citations
Oh, final
in the
citations.
World Cup.
so
Let me
let's go.
see. Let me see.
Please,
So I will go. I
please.
will.
Wait. Let me hear this.
But here, this. What? What happened?
Oh my gosh. Oh my. Okay. Only Joe to make what was a very dull racing day. Only him to turn it into a great ending where we are all laughing. I want to thank everyone for being here with us until the end. Like I said, we'll be tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow for uh, the final day of round one of classics. Yours truly will be likely streaming on his Twitch TV, the big dog __________.
I would
Uh,
like to leave with to close the streaming if I can with a social message.
please.
It's a message for the social. So there are some games that are good. There are some games
What's
that are
up?
less good. There are some games that are totally shit and unplayable. But every we all together can do all the games trying to reach a bit better or a bit playable. So please join the Bamico Association. Good night.
Thank you. Good night to all.
Good night. Good night.